How is everybody doing today? I know if you're watching, this might be a surprise. I normally stream at night. This is definitely not my usual time slot. The truth is, I went to bed at like 9 p.m. yesterday, and I've been up since 3. And right now, what is it? 11 a.m. Eastern time. So I'm like, you know what? I'm at like prime energy right now, and I have stuff I have to do later. So I don't think I'm going to be streaming tonight, and I didn't want to have to wait till tomorrow. So I'm like, screw it. Let me just try it. Different time. Everyone's on a different schedule. I know sometimes there are people that say that they wish that I started a little earlier. So we'll see how this goes. I know my girl would actually prefer if I streamed in the morning or during the day. So we'll see. I hope everybody is doing well. Hold on, let's see who we got. I got a lot of members in here. We got Kitten, we got Elena, Awakening, Elizabeth. Shout out to all you guys. Good morning. Thank you for coming. Look, I even got the chat on the screen, which is something I never really do. Still got this damn cough, but we'll get over it. All right, so here is the deal. I have a couple of things that I want to address. First off, shout out to Didi. I don't know if you were watching Didi Got a Podcast yesterday, but he pulled me and Danks up, which was not coordinated at all. I knew Danks was watching because I had spoken to him on the phone. He said he was going to be watching. And then, I popped it on too. And then all of a sudden, Didi was offered to pull people up on the stage from the chat. And he pulled me and Danks up. And it ended up being an awesome show. And I had a great time. And I thought it was a really good conversation. I definitely want to get him on a Saturday with me and Danks. So we'll see. So if you haven't watched it, definitely check that out. Next order of business. I'm still continuing the series that I'm doing on Ben Shapiro. I know originally I said, I'm going to try to like bang it out quick and just do a couple consecutive episodes, but there is so much research. This thing is going in so many different directions. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to do like 1 or 2 lives a week. Danks thinks that I should just like try to bang it out into like 1 hour long detailed episode, which I might do a pre-recorded, like something to summarize it. But there's going to be a lot of really good stuff in there, and I prefer to do live, to be honest. At this point, it's funny. It was definitely the opposite a couple months ago, but now at this stage in the game, I don't know. I just like live. Just feels better. It just feels better. And then there is the other order of business, and that is the recent podcaster drama. And hold on. So, most people like to stay out of these types of things. Like they don't want the drama. And, me, to be honest, I don't really necessarily want it either. Like, I want to, like, listen, if you've been watching me, you should already know. I am a pretty chill person. I am a pretty laid back person for the most part. Yeah, I get like kind of amped up at times. Like I could have high energy, but as far as like dealing with other people, like I'm not an angry guy. I don't go around looking for problems. But, I didn't trying to think of what the best way to word this is. The environment that I grew up in, I've had a lot of drama over the years. And even though I don't want it and I prefer the peace, I thrive in the chaos. So if you're another podcaster out there, or anybody, not even just podcaster, but especially if you're a podcaster or you're somebody in the public eye, you should be very, very cautious before you say my name on a microphone. That is all I am saying. Because once you get my attention, you're not going to be the one that taps out and decides when it's over. I am. All right. So, and listen, the stuff with Blake, I tell you guys all the time, I love Blake. I love Blake. I think he's an asshole. I don't trust him. He's very all over the place. But like anything I say about him, I'll say to him. And I've been trying to get him on the phone. I am in a group chat with him. Like we interact sometimes in a group chat, but for some reason he doesn't want to talk to me on the phone. because stuff that I've said, like if I'm going to put someone on a thumbnail, if I'm going to talk about somebody on a live stream, I want to talk to them first. I don't try to, for the most part, if it's somebody that I respect. And, like with Blake, we have a strange dynamic. I wish this guy the best. I don't agree with a lot of the decisions he's made. I don't agree with the way that he's treated certain people, including myself. And I've been transparent about that. But I don't wish this guy ill at all. At all. I've said multiple times. I hope he gets over his demons. I hope he finds his way. He's married, he has kids. He's really like wrapped up in this whole case with this Charlie Kirk investigation and now with Candace and everything. Like the guy's got to be under a massive amount of pressure. So I'm hoping that he finds his way. But, then there's this other piece of garbage that is like trying to insert himself into everything and play the victim. And it's like, dude, like I got the receipts and I made that one video yesterday and we're going to play some of it today. Jesse on Fire made a video as well. We're going to play that too. But like, I was going to like, let it go, do a 15-minute video and move on. But there's still no accountability. There's still like he's trying to play this like I'm gonna take the high road attitude, and like like I said, you're gonna try to say that, and you're gonna go on other podcaster shows and act like you don't know my name. Then when you get caught lying to the guy's face because they're sending in the supers, and then you try to like act like I'm a nobody and people shouldn't talk about me, and you got all these things to say, and you had all these things to say about me before I even knew who the hell you were. You know what I mean? Like no. And the whole thing with Blake, I noticed in the comments, there are a lot of people that are trying to blame Blake for the situation with this guy. But you got to realize Blake is a mental patient. This other guy has a freaking degree. I don't know if it's psychology. I think it's a degree in psychology, to be honest. He's saying something about like behavioral analysis, some crap like that. So you literally have a mental professional and a mental patient, and the mental professional is trying to play the victim, and everyone's going to blame the mental patient. Like, yo, I'm not going to curse. It's too early, but get the hell out of here. Get the hell out of here. It's almost like, like a picture a guy like me in my high 30s. If I was like dating like a young girl and the whole situation went to hell, and then I was trying to, you're the older one. You're the mature one. You're the one with experience. Like, don't try to, and that's kind of how I look at this situation with this individual and Blake. I feel like this guy was taking advantage of Blake and kind of grooming him, trying to use him for information. And then before all this stuff, like in the middle of his relationship and doing shows with him, he's taking information and he's going to other people saying, hey, I got the goods on Blake. Like doing anything he can for attention, doing anything. Like this guy he came out of the blue, started emailing everybody, trying to do collaborations. And I got some receipts. I have some receipts. I didn't even play them all in that video because I wasn't trying to go that deep. It wasn't that serious. I'm like 15 minutes, whatever I could cram in, wanted to make it entertaining. But then this guy's got to continue his crap. He's like, I'm not going to say names. I'm not going to say anything. I'm going to take the high road. But like what? It's like, yo, bro, like, listen, you want to play that game? You want to play that game? I will freaking end your career. What'd you lose? 200 subs yesterday? You had 90 people on the live stream? Congratulations. You're probably not going to get much more than that going forward until you just drop it. Drop it. You're not going to get the last word. You're not going to like pretend you're playing a high roll. Like with you, you got my attention. I don't want drama with people, but you like, you want to play these games? You want to say my name, talk about my faith, accuse me of not being a Christian, say things about me and how I viewed Charlie and how I view the war in Iran, and try to say that I was sticking up for Turning Point USA. Like, dude, you got my attention. Like, congratulations. Congratulations. The most views that you ever got was Ian Carroll covering Danks, covering me, not even covering you. Like that whole clip, it wasn't even about you. Like that's the sickest part. Like you're trying to have this little sympathy tour for yourself. It wasn't even about you, dude. It was about Blake and his judgment and how his judgment was shitty for interacting with you. Wasn't even about you. But you want to make it about yourself? Fine. Fine. You want to be famous? You want this attention? Here you go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's start with the goods. Because listen, like it says in the thumbnail, I want the smoke. And this isn't just like, I feel like I'm punching down. Like, even though you got more followers than me, you got much bigger videos than me, whatever, like this feels like punching down for me. And I said it before, there's no ship that's too big to sink, and there's definitely no ship that's too small to sink. So I don't care. You got 10,000 views, you got you got 10,000 followers, you got 1,000,000 followers, 500 followers. Like, you're gonna sit there, you think you feel comfortable enough to say my name or my friends' names and try to disrespect me and disrespect my people in front of a camera, in front of a microphone for thousands of people to see. You better be ready. You better be ready. Yeah, that's all I'm saying. So no, it's not going to be, oh, I'm going to take the high road. Like, we're just going to end it and move on. No, motherfucker, we're just getting started. So let's go. What do I do now? Oh, there we go.
Vibes. Danks has great vibes. Baze has great vibes. Even though Baze can get really hyped and animated, he's got great vibes. Those people are like, they've got chill vibes, right? Chill vibes is a lot more significant than you might think because it's not personal. It's just information, right? The moment it's personal, that's weird. It's weird. Like, why is it personal?
Yeah, 100%. And like I said, I'm not making this personal. This isn't personal for me. I'm having fun. Like, you made this personal, and I know you made it personal, and I have the receipts, and we're going to show everybody. But you brought this on yourself. Just remember this. You brought this on yourself.
Why are you aggressively pushing Danks to agree with you and say what, like, say
you won't have any problem with me showing it. This is a private clip, and I'm going to share it. And he gives some context here, and I think it's important, like, for you to see. And I want to walk through a couple of things. It's not going to be easy, bro. And I appreciate you being here, but I want you to see, like, why some people might not trust you and why this could be
See, non-personal framing, mellow, calm, just factual. Danks is great.
creating conflict where it might not be wanted for you.
Blake did a show with somebody else, this guy Blackline Brief. And then when me, Blake, Kelly, and Danks were doing our second show, the following Saturday, this guy Blackline Brief started commenting, and Blake just booked. He just left, didn't say goodbye, just disappeared. And Kelly knew that it was because of this guy, Blackline Brief, commenting, but I was totally oblivious. I didn't understand. I also didn't put two and two together that Blackline Brief had been emailing Danks, like kissing his ass and begging him for a collabo for weeks. And apparently the guy got really jealous when Danks started working with me, Blake, and Kelly, and not him. And then Blake had connected with him and they worked together. So Blackline Brief kind of felt like, okay, I've been talking to Danks. I worked with Blake. Like, who's Baze? Like, real Baze. Like, he's like imitating, like trying to like make fun of me. And then he's just dragging Kelly through the mud. And I got very offended by that. I said to Blake, I'm like, dude, like, why are you working with this guy if that's how he feels about us and we're supposed to be a team? And why does he feel so comfortable talking crap about me and Kelly if he just worked with you? And I explained, like, listen, like, if it's me, if I work with someone.
And I know it's podcast or drama. That's not the point. It's only half a minute more.
You see? And the reason he said that is because Ian doesn't care. He probably doesn't even know who you are. Probably has no idea who you are. But just like the whole point of me making that video initially was to critique Blake and try to like get him to reflect and realize the mistakes he was making, that's why Ian was covering it. And then you want to go around acting like it's all about you and talk more crap. Like, how stupid can you be? How stupid can you be? It's like, it's insane. It's insane.
It's the underlying that we're going to talk about in a second.
I'm not going to work with someone that's willing to trash my friends and drag them through the mud. And if there is an issue and I do end up working with that person, I resolve it, you better believe that if that person says something and speaks out about my friends, that I'm going to be the first person to stick up for my friends and call that out. And Blake just tried to play it coy, like, dude, I don't even know the guy. I did one collabo with him. I'm not even going to work with him again. Screw that guy. Who cares? And then lo and behold, a couple days later, he's working with him again.
This has happened multiple times, right? I'm going to play another.
So the point is not the interpersonal podcast or drama. The point is that the online media industry, podcasting.
And again, when he says that, he's saying it's not about you. It's not about me. The whole thing was about Blake. Danks' interview was about Blake. Ian's coverage was about Blake. Not about you, not about me. It was about him, his judgment, his behavior. Like, I don't understand. And then we got this. We got this. Like, seriously, dude, you're like sitting here acting like your freaking dog died over something that has nothing to do with you.
That's happening online. And furthermore, there was no need for my name to be brought into anything that had to do with the UVU review video and Blake. I have nothing to do with that. In fact, I didn't even start my channel until like the 3rd or 4th week of January. I didn't even exist when all these things happened. Not online, at least. You know? And so these individuals that have done this have done it intentionally to personally attack me for no reason, because it had nothing to do with the thing that was going on.
Okay, that's his story, right? That everybody was personally attacking him for no reason, right? Let's see. Again. Now, this is, I believe this was February 14th. I didn't even start live streaming until February 19th. I wasn't even in the picture yet as far as live streaming goes. Brief on February 14th. Keep in mind, I didn't even start streaming until February 19th. Just watch.
I'm not doing this to punch up.
Funny.
I'm not doing this to, use his fame and his following to try to make mine bigger. I'm not trying to do that at all.
Okay, now when he says he's not trying to do that at all, it's because he's trying to do that.
Letting someone else dictate his content. He said that himself.
He's talking about Jesse on Fire, by the way.
It's Valhalla, okay? The guy that completely came out and, in my opinion, lost all credibility.
He's saying that he didn't want any drama or anything. This is before he met Blake, before I met Blake. He's just here going live, talking crap about Jesse on Fire and Valhalla VFT. Both great guys, by the way.
Don't let anyone dictate what your channel is about and how you present your content. I've also been working hand in hand with Danks, which is really cool.
No, he wasn't.
Behind the scenes, he's been emailing me and I've been emailing him back.
That is true. They were emailing back and forth because Black Line Brief was trying to get Danks to do a collaboration with him. I have those emails, by the way, but I think I'm just going to let Danks show you those himself when he's ready. Which I thought he was going to do yesterday, to be honest. But here you go. I'm not going to get into all of them, although I have them all. Danks sent me every email he ever had with this guy. And so did multiple other people, by the way. Because like I said, this guy, Black Line Brief, is going around trying to get dirt on Danks, trying to give dirt on Blake. And he wants to sit there and play the victim and act like he got dragged into Blake's drama. Dude, that video, that clip of him trashing Jesse on Fire and Nate Valhalla, Nate from Valhalla VFT, that was before he ever met Blake. That was before I even met Danks, I think. Like maybe not before I met Danks, because Danks was the one who started getting me going live. But like right around that time. So this guy was already popping shit, saying, I'm not trying to punch up. You know, it's like, dude, get out of here. Like, I don't buy it. I don't buy it. But here, let me pull this up. Oh, what'd I do? Ah, damn. Hold on. Give me a second. Let me make sure I get the right part. So I just screwed that up. Where is it? Where is it? Where is it? All right, here we go. Here we go. Oh, let me get a little. So this is Black Line Brief. Hey, dude, what to Danks, by the way. Hey, dude, watching you with Mr. Let Go. Have you had a chance to check out my content? It's different than yours. I don't have time or ability to do deep dive investigations yet. I work full-time, 60 hours a week, Monday through Friday, plus jiu-jitsu, plus However, my channel is growing fast. I'm approaching 7,000 subscribers in 3 to 4 weeks, and I'm generally increasing, And he's basically asking Danks, kissing his ass, like, will you work with me? And Danks says, and this is the second time he's asked him, by the way. And Danks says, hey, brother, I really appreciate you reaching out. Right now, I'm keeping my circle very tight. I've learned the hard way that relationships that work best in space are the ones that develop organically over time. The people I collaborate with regularly are dope. I've built deep trust throughout months of working together behind the scenes. That's just how I operate. It's nothing personal at all. Blah, 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 blah. And he basically tells him no in a nice way. All right. February 23rd. And then look at this one. March 1st. March 1st. Hey there. I had a question. Are you friends with Real Bays? Like, this is what it's about. This is what it's about. And then all of a sudden he's saying it's about Charlie and, oh, we're trying to spread rumors about, and we're sticking up for TPUSA. We're supporting the war with Iran. Flat out lies, by the way. Flat out lies. Guy said that I'm not Christian, that I said I'm not Christian. Like, he made a lot of very personal attacks before I even knew he existed. Before I ever, like, yo, this is crazy. Like, you know what this reminds me of? It's like one of those movies. It's like one of those movies where the main character will have like a one-night stand with somebody, and then all of a sudden, like, they start dating somebody else, and then that person they had the one-night stand with gets jealous and like tries to kill the new partner, like some Fatal Attraction type shit. You know what I mean? Like, yo, that's what it is with Black Light Brief. He wanted to work with Danks so bad. So bad. And then all of a sudden, me and Danks become friends and we start working together, and he just has it out for me. And then he starts fucking with all this bullshit. And then what? I'm not supposed to say nothing? I got people DMing me, telling me to be better. But, you know, it's like, listen, like, no, I'm going to stand up for myself. I'm not going to just let people say whatever the hell they want. And it's not just me, but it's my friends too. It's like, you kidding me? You kidding me? I'm not going to let this shit fly. And then look at that. That was March 1st. This is March 4th. Him talking with him and Blake.
Really, really cool.
Now they're in communication every day.
We're definitely going to continue to collab. We're already planning, I think, one. I don't know when it's going to happen, but it is going to happen again.
All right. Now keep in mind too, Train 2. He's all right. Now this was March 5th. This is 4 days. This is 4 days after he sent that email to Danks asking if he knew me, right? Now, when he says on the train too, no, you know, just from that one conversation I had, I didn't think that he was the guy. I just had that feeling. Now, let's see what he has to say on the 6th.
I got some bad news, guys. Now Danks is on the train too. Yep.
Now, when he says on the train too, he's talking about the theory that Charlie's still alive. As you guys know, Jesse and Kelly are both strong on that theory. Me and Danks have been kind of back and forth, but that's only because we're trying to be objective and we're looking at the evidence that we have and all the weirdness going on. And that's not something that we were trying to like really push out and shove down everybody's throats.
It's crazy. And to tell me that he faked his death, is alive, running the show, calling all the shots.
We never said that Charlie faked his own death and was calling all the shots and running the show. Like, I don't know where he got that from.
And a lot of the people that are saying this, I'm not going to name personally, but.
All right. So he said a lot. And keep in mind, I don't know who this guy is at this point. And he's saying that there's a lot of people sprouting this. They're not true believers. He's not going to say any names. Let's see where it goes.
I don't think they're Christian. No,
okay.
Like publicly, I think that they've said that they're.
Okay. So now he's saying that he doesn't think that they're Christians. I know I'm a Christian. I got baptized not too long before this. I mean, part of the foundation of me and Danks' friendship was conversations that we had early on about finding our faith.
They're not current active believers. Yep. Bays is part of the problem too, man.
So he says all that stuff. Oh, they're not Christian. They say it. They're active believers. I'm not going to name names, but I'm going to say Bays. Again, I didn't even know who this guy was. And now he wants to play the victim? Now he wants to play the victim. He got dragged into this. It's all Blake's fault. He didn't even do anything wrong. You know, me and Danks, we're just mean guys. We're just bullying him. Meanwhile, the guy was too stupid to realize that while he's dissing Jesse on fire and talking about how he's working with Danks and Jesse on fire are like this. You know what I mean? Like, he's got no credibility. Like, anybody still watching this guy, if you want to watch him because you think that he's a nice guy and you're believing his bullshit, you think he's sweet, that's fine. Like, I'm not going to tell anybody what to do. But he brings nothing to the table. He even said it in the email to Danks that he doesn't have the time or the skills to be an investigator. He works 60 hours a week and does jujitsu. What he does is he comes on, he covers other people's content, and he just grifts off it. And then accuses other people of grifting and tries to punch up or punch down, you know, depending on who it is. But the guy is a nobody. brings nothing to the table. Nothing to the table. Believe me, if he was a somebody, if he was resourceful in any way, if he was a genuinely nice guy, I'd be reaching out to him to work with them. You know, and shout out to all the people I work with. Shout out to Danks. Again, shout out to Didi yesterday. Shout out to American Discourse. Shout out to Lala Andrews, Kelly Raybon, Jordan Henshaw, Jesse on Fire. Yeah, I worked with him once. I don't really interact with the guy, but that's Danks' boy. So shout out, you know what I mean? Like, there are so many good people, so many people that are honest, that have integrity, that we might not all be on the same page. We might not have the same theories or always be right about everything, but there are a lot of people that are honest and they're trying to find the truth and they're doing good work. And then there are other people out there that are just grifters and they just take advantage of people. And this scumbag was taking advantage of Blake. And listen, anybody wants to be angry at Blake for the way that he's talked to Kelly or Louisiana, shout out to her, or any other woman, that's fine. You want to be angry with Blake because you think that he's gatekeeping his content or like whatever, stuff with Candace. Any reason that you have to be upset with Blake or not like him, fine. But please, please don't let it be over that piece of crap. Don't let it be over that garbage, because that's the one situation where Blake was 100% right. And this guy took advantage of him and had him apologize. Like, this guy's got a degree in psychology and he's like straight up manipulating Blake. It's pathetic.
Everything that happened with Danks for... Look, I want to publicly apologize right now to you, Matt, for like everything that happened with Danks.
You know, there are a lot of people that Blake Bednarz probably owes an apology to. I don't think this is one of them. I think it's very clear for anybody that's been paying attention and anybody that's been following Blake over the last couple months that he's not well. He's not in a good place right now. And this guy, Matt, Black Line Brief, has just been taking advantage of him. And it's really messed up that he has been trying to insert himself into the situation from the start.
I kind of got dragged into this. I don't want any part of this. I don't want drama. I don't want infighting. I don't want back and forth. I just feel that I've never really told my whole side from start to finish, from like when Blake came into my sphere and what was going on.
Meanwhile, keep in mind that first video that we just showed you, that I showed you with him talking about Jesse on Fire and Valhalla, that was before he met Blake. Now he's trying to say that he got dragged in. He was already planting these seeds before he met any of us or interacted with any of us. To be honest, I still to this day have not had a conversation with this guy. I don't know him from a hole in the wall. He doesn't know me, but he had an awful lot to say about me before he met me. And it wasn't because of anything he actually knew about me. It was jealousy because he wanted to work with Danks. He wanted to become this big name out of the blue, even though he has a full-time job. He does jujitsu. He doesn't know shit about this business. He doesn't know how to be an investigator, but he just thought that he was entitled enough that he was just going to turn on a camera and a microphone and just send people emails, and that was going to be it, that everyone was just going to launch his career. And if they didn't, then he was going to get petty and nasty and start swiping at all the people that they did support. You know, it's ridiculous. And again, I was done with this. I wasn't even going to do this. But then people are messaging me saying, you know, that he's still talking crap. And but for real. But here. Again, I didn't even know who this guy was. The second time I did that. And he actually goes into our chat and starts commenting, causing Blake to just jump ship. Now, apparently, Kelly knew what was going on. Danks knew what was going on. And I was totally oblivious. And as soon as I found out, I had called Blake out. There was a falling out. I mean, I explained that in the other video. I don't have to get into it now. But let's hear what he has to say now.
Support the war with Iran. Yes, 100%. I think people that don't know Charlie, like certain people, okay, people that showed up on the scene after Charlie died, they were not followers of Charlie. None of them were. Nope. No, they weren't. Danks, Baze, Kelly, Matt at Trigger Smart. They weren't. Jesse on Fire, Valhalla, Gary, none of them were. No, they weren't. Nope.
And now he's like making this like a weird personal thing. And he's like dropping all these names and just attacking everybody. And all this, why? Is it really because of your love for Charlie? Or is it your resentment towards Danks and me and everybody else? You never contributed anything to the community. You don't even do research. All you do is commentate. And you just came out of the blue, started emailing everybody, asking for collaborations. Danks was nice enough to respond to you and go back and forth with you. And then all of a sudden you felt entitled. You thought like he owed you something. And you didn't get what
infighting. I don't want back and forth. I just feel that I've never really told my whole side from start to finish, from like when Blake came into my sphere and what was going on in his own sphere with other people.
Chat, come on, let me know. Am I wrong? Am I wrong? Am I being petty right now? You know, like, should I just take the high road and just leave this alone and not try to hold this guy accountable? Because I believe in accountability. I believe in accountability. And there, like, I've been getting some DMs, like the majority of people are supporting me on this, but there's still a very small percentage of people, some of which have been following me and agree with me on other stuff that I've interacted enough where I actually, you know, care. And like, I see that they don't see the picture. And it makes me feel like I have to like just get this point across and just make sure that everybody knows that this guy had it out for me and was talking crap about me before I knew anything about him, before I knew he existed. And he was talking crap about other people before he met Blake. And that he has a degree in psychology, and Blake is a mental patient. And he is still like there when he's having Blake apologize. He is manipulating Blake on camera, seeing that he's not well for his own gain, continuing to try to insert himself in this because he sees some sort of opportunity because his name got mentioned in an Ian Carroll video that has almost 1 million views. Well, I'm sure it has over 1 million views on YouTube. It has over almost 1 million views in total. It's got to be more. So he sees some kind of opportunity where he could try to portray himself to be the victim and try to portray me and Danks like we're like the bad guys, like we're bullies. And like, he's a scumbag for that. And that's why it's like, listen, like, you want to play this game? You want to, like, you have my attention. Like, let's go, buddy. Let's fucking go. I could do this all day. You know what the best part is? You know how pathetic this guy is? You know, this is the best part. Actually, you know what? There's two best parts. You know what? I already did this on this video. Let me pull up Jesse on Fire for a minute. I covered that email already myself, but he covered it too yesterday. So let's show him some love.
Things around. I'm not trying to like ask 1,000 times, you know, so you could just do it and then I don't have to ask you ever again. That's not how that works. That's not how it works, man. I'm sorry. I'm asking the people who haven't heard it 1,000 times, but nonetheless, if you like the video, I'll love you forever. Okay. So here is Danks. You guys may remember Danks from such videos of, I don't know, me and Danks are boys. We have business together and one of my like actual legit good friends outside of content. Now, as Danks does, you know, as one of the best investigators in the game, he somehow was given this little number about Blake Bednarz as Blake got real hot, right? It turned out that like other people had some pretty poor experiences with him. And Danks is actually the one that put me together with Blake for our drama. But so check this out. He showed me this yesterday. So I told Blake Bednarz that Blackline Brief isn't trustworthy. Okay. Now Blackline Brief has 799 followers. He has like, I don't know, a couple thousand on YouTube. And he is one of these.
See, dude, Jesse's not even pronouncing his name right. You know why? Because despite all the countless times that this guy was talking crap about Jesse, Jesse doesn't know who the hell he is. Nobody knows this guy. Like, please.
These guys, it's all Jesse on Fire scum. He's controlled opposition.
Oh no, if he's doing that accent, then he does know who he is. Never mind.
Because of blah, 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 blah. That's the only reason I know who he is. And as I like looked at his content, I was like, this guy's not smart enough for me to make I can't, you know what I mean? Like, people have to be like a certain for me to respond to them. Blake just got notorious enough that I was like, all right, let's do this, Blake. Also, in reality, Blake had that footage that I wanted to see on whatever, but Blackline Brief, I know exactly who he is, right? Because he talks shit. But so him and Blake have done a bunch of stuff together. They're boys. They are what do you call it? Like oh my God. Allies. Embarrassing. Jesse on Fire. You should not let anyone see that. Danks, I'm talking about you on my video right now. Yeah.
Yo, you know what's funny about that? That was when Danks was calling him from Didi's podcast yesterday. And Jesse was recording, and he picked up while he was recording. I thought that was really funny. Just want to bring that up.
You're gonna definitely want to watch that because that phone call was a little bit more important than I anticipated. So I put it at the end of the video, and you guys will see that. Anyway, so here's Danks, okay, because this fell in his lap. He says, I was told Blake Bednarz and Blackline I told Blake Bednarz that Blackline Brief isn't trustworthy. For over a month, they were, quote, working together the entire time. Blackline Brief was in DMs fishing to air out dirt on Blake, trying to get people to expose him, running a whole parallel operation behind his back. And after I had Blake on and gave him the floor for over 2 hours, he goes over to the dude's channel and apologizes to him. I kind of feel bad how Blake got fooled so hard. Actually, no, I don't. Now he wants to play victim. Okay, so here you go. So this is Blackline Brief. He says, hi there. Hi there. My name is Matthew McKim. And by the way, this is March 31st, which is relevant. I have a YouTube channel called The Blackline Brief. I have been covering this case and investigation from the standpoint that the official narrative does not make sense. You don't say. What a unique take. Nor prove that Tyler Robinson did this. I have had Blake Bednarz on my show twice, and I've had Blake Bednarz on my show twice and was working together with him until some things happened. Some things happened. Is that right? Yes, some things happened. Were you guys up late discussing clues? And did Blake tell you that he had a real special clue he needed you to look real closely at? What are you implying? Here, it's right here. Here's the clue, Blackline Brief, Matthew. Come take a look. It's right there. And at that point, I knew that wasn't a clue. That wasn't a clue at all.
He's having way too much fun right now.
Oh, man. Would you believe that I just come up with this shit on my own, like at the exact moment? Like literally, I see this and he says, some things happen. What pops into my mind is Blake pretending there's a clue down his pants. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
I don't know where it comes from, man. I'm a demented person. But when I look at Blake and I look at Matthew King, I'm like, listen, okay, if you're going to pick who's the man and who's the girl in that relationship, come on. I would like to speak with you. And you're by the way, I don't think they're actually gay. I'm just joking, guys. It's a fucking joke, Matthew and Blake. Okay. It's a joke.
Well, in all fairness, we don't know.
I would like to speak with you, I
just want to point out, in all fairness, we don't know that they're not gay, and there's nothing wrong if they are. Just want to throw that out there, just in case.
Or associates that hosted that X space regarding Blake. I have firsthand information about the UVU review video and how Blake got it, what he's been doing, and I have receipts, text messages between myself and him. Please reach back out to me, but please keep this confidential. So here is something that I would suggest to everyone who has a brain, okay? You don't reach out to someone you've never spoken to, okay? Betray someone who you wouldn't want to know was betraying you, and then just write, hey, man, keep it confidential. You don't know them. They have not committed to keep anything confidential. What's wrong with you? Okay, that's just dumb. That's why you're getting exposed, okay? Then on April 19th, so that was March 31st, okay? When Blake flaked on my stream, and then the next day was doing a stream, it was with Blackline Brief. That was April 16th, I know for a fact, okay? So here we go. April 19th. Mel just removed me from the X space when you made her a co-host. Kelly, I was listening. I am so sorry. I'm just now seeing this. I don't know why, but it went to my unread folder. It's all good. You still think I'm working with Blake? Did you see how he and Danks together attacked me when I had nothing to do with the Brian Harpole lawsuit and Candace Owens fought? I'm ready to send you my receipts. Ooh. So it looks like they sent your receipts to Danks. Oh, that's funny. So then again, this would have been, I don't know when this is. So he says, hey there, my man. I follow your stuff and support your work. I wanted to start. I think this is with Danks, actually. I wanted to I follow your stuff and support your work. I wanted to start a conversation with you about possibly discussing some people we've both had interactions with, and I'm trying to figure out more about them. And Danks says, I'm pretty sure this is Danks. He says, I generally try to stay out.
No, that's not about Danks. That's somebody trying to get, that's Black Line Brief trying to get dirt on Danks, talking to somebody else. Which I know who it is too, but I'm not gonna drop names.
Of drama, keep to myself, so I really wouldn't know. I've talked to just about everyone, but not on my own regular basis. I mostly just through DMs. Can I ask you what happened between you and Danks? Never mind. This is someone else. You guys used to work together a lot, but then had what seems to be a falling out. That was when I started my channel. It was in communication with Danks as I helped with certain information surrounding Lori Franzvi and her military rank and sash with military insights since I was in the Marine Corps. In a following email between Danks and me, when I asked to maybe collab, he said to me he was no longer doing collabs with people he didn't know since he was burned by you. He placed all the blame on you for whatever happened between you two, and I was wondering what the actual truth was, because is that I see he's willing to lie about me. He was probably lying about you. Nothing happened. We just decided to go our separate ways, both busy working on different things. Oh, I know who this is. I know exactly who this is, but I'm not going to say because I'm not a dick. Okay. So, well, maybe I am, but not to him. So, listen, dude, that's Black Line Brief, you guys. That's Blake's boy, right?
Exactly. And I tried, I'm telling you guys, I tried to warn, like I tried to, the second I saw those clips of Black Line Brief ragging on me, Danks, and Kelly, and he literally did it 3 days after he worked with Blake. And he did it, that he said our names the same night that me, Danks, Kelly, and Blake were doing a stream together. And then that guy, Black Line Brief, was commenting in our chat, and Blake left the stream. Didn't say goodbye, just up and dipped. And I didn't, like, that is how I found out that this guy existed. I'm like, what's going on? They're like, oh, it's because of Black Line Brief. He was commenting. I'm like, who the hell is that? And why does it matter? And then they said, oh, Blake worked with him. He's been talking crap about us. And it's like, yo, like, what do you mean? Like, he's been talking crap about you? It's like, yeah, he's talking crap about you too. I'm like, talking crap about me? I'm like, why? Like, I'm brand new. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I was so confused. And then I took it up with Blake. I'm like, Blake, like, why the hell are you working with someone that doesn't like us? And he's giving me the runaround. He didn't know better, and he's never going to work with them again, da-da-da. And then my next question was, why did he feel comfortable talking about us when he just worked with you, when he knows that you're working with us? Like, what did you say to him? And then I'm thinking back in my head about the conversation that I had with him, where he's like, oh, is you sure Danks isn't a Fed? I'm not sure about Kelly. This one's a Fed. This one's a demon. With the whole thing, the recording, the video he put out about Candace Owens, he told me that he recorded that by accident because he was on FaceTime with her in his backyard, and he has security cameras that are very high quality, and that the security camera picked up the audio. That was his story. And then all of a sudden, a couple months later, he posts the video on YouTube, and it looks like he freaking filmed it with the camera on a tripod. So it's like, now it's like, all right, well, Blake, he seems like a very passionate dude, to say the least, and he has a lot of good qualities. Like, I think that Blake, he's kind of a dumbass, but he's smart at the same time, and again, I like Blake. Like, he seems like the type of person that deep down has a good heart. And either that or he's like a complete sociopathic narcissist. And I just haven't seen enough of that side yet to really be able to differentiate. But like, I like to see the good in people, and I see a lot of good in Blake. And that's why I always say that I hope that he overcomes his demons and he gets his stuff together. Like, I don't have any personal vendetta against Blake. And I warned him with Black Line Brief. Like, I knew that he was talking crap about us. I'm like, listen, you never should have, like, you should have vetted this guy. You should have, like, if he wasn't complimenting us, then you shouldn't have worked with him. It's like that simple. Like, if I talk to another streamer, okay, and the guy's telling me, like, if he's trying to glaze me and talk about how much he likes me and how much he appreciates my work, but that, like, he thinks Danks is a douchebag or something like that, like, I'm not gonna work with him. Now, if it's somebody that I already know, because I have worked with people that don't really like each other that much, and but I already knew both of them. I already had my own relationship. Like, that's going to happen. But like, I tell them, like, listen, if, we're going to work together, I know that, you two don't get along, but when I work with you, don't trash you. If I work with you, don't trash them. And like, I have these conversations with people, because that's the right thing to do, because the way you portray yourself, and people can say whatever they want about me, that I get too excited, I get too pumped up. Like Ian referred to me as animated, which was like a friendly way of saying it. I appreciate that. But like, I know who I am. All right. And like Danks, like he's like the laid back, like analytical and, like, I'm not Danks, okay? I know who I am. I know how I am, and I love myself. I'm not trying to change. I'm not trying to pretend that I'm something that I'm not. You know what I mean? Like, I'm comfortable in my own skin, which is a hell of a lot more than most people could say. And, like I said, when it came to Blake and Black Line Brief, I said, listen, there is no way that I'm ever going to work with somebody and that they're going to feel comfortable trashing my friends a couple days later. And I don't like doing the whole, showing text messages part, but since a lot of this stuff is coming out anyway, and Blake likes to record every freaking phone call that he's ever had with anybody, I feel like, you know what? Let me just share this. It's something that I said. Hold on. I got to find it real quick. It's something that I said to, hold on. I got to find this. I got so many freaking tabs open. It's something that I said to Blake. Oh, wait. How do I, oh my God. You know what? I got to figure out how I'm going to do this. I might have to do entire screen. Let me see. Yeah, we'll just go entire screen. Nope. Add it to the stage. Is it showing? All right, whatever. I'm gonna post it on the Discord. But it's one of the messages that where I told Blake that I don't play this Fed shit. We did the first stream. I thought you were mad cool, and we had lightning in a bottle. Then you got weird, had some shady shit going on with Black Line Brief. I don't need the bullshit. If Kelly and Danks want to deal with your bullshit, that's fine. I keep my circle tight. I'm a loyal person. I expect the loyalty to be reciprocated. And then he responded with, I don't have a motherfucking thing to do with Black Line Brief. I ain't his daddy. I'm loyal as fuck, and you people know I'm not budging on where I stand. And then he proceeded to work with the guy like 3 more times. So, we could take that for what it is. But anyway, so we're almost done with this whole drama. And then I want to play some clips from the podcast yesterday with Didi. But hold on, where is this? There was one really funny thing that happened. Now, this is the same day. This is the same day that Danks had that interview with Blake. Black Line Brief went on a stream with someone called Jay the Yapper, I think his name is. I tried to find him on social media to DM him. If you guys know who he is, if you know his socials, whatever, tell him to reach out. I'd like to have a conversation with this guy because I thought that it was really, really rude that he shared his platform with Black Line Brief, and Black Line Brief lied to his face. He lied to his face, and then he got caught lying to his face, and he made himself look like a damn fool. And here we go. Oh, nope. Yo, I'm the worst with this, I swear. Window. Sorry. That Danks interviewed Blake and Ian Carroll live streamed it out. This guy, Matt, Black Line Brief, whatever we're going to call him, went on a stream with this other gentleman named Jay the Yapper. And look what happened. This is just amazing.
Let me read a couple of these and then we'll get to the next part, right? Okay. Jed said, BB, Cell, Bays, secret recordings.
He's getting a super about something I said in the video that I put out that day.
Purple. Jed, how do you expect me to make sense of that? Can you make sense of that?
Blake Bednarz, right? That's his name.
Yeah.
Cell Bay's secret rigs, secret recordings.
Yes, I've seen it.
See, he's making this guy. He knows exactly what that message means because he saw the video. He saw the video where I talk about Blake. I'm going to play that clip in a minute with the whole Didi thing. I probably should have played that first. But he knows exactly the story that I said that Blake was trying to tell me that he would give me the recordings for $100,000 in unmarked bills if I gave him assurances because he thought that I was some kind of Fed. Like, tell your people that you get me $100,000 in unmarked bills. I'll give you everything I had. I never want to deal with anybody again. So, like, Blackline Brief knew exactly what that super meant. And instead of just answering it and being a man and saying, yeah, Bays is another podcaster that I've been talking a lot of shit about, and now it's blowing up in my face, and yeah, I'm having a bad day. But no, he didn't do that. He's just like, I don't know what this means. I have no idea. Like, what's Bays? I would love to answer your question, but I just don't know.
Talking about
What is
Brian Hartwell.
Bays?
I don't know what Bays is.
You see how quick he said it? Now he don't know what Bays is.
No, Bays.
He's trying to figure it out. What's Bays? Who's Bays? Look at that pause.
I don't know.
No.
Yeah. Sorry, I'd answer it, man, if I knew what it meant. Let me read this one.
And that's why I'm telling you guys, I'm not being petty, okay? But I have to, like, stand up for my dignity. I have to stand up for my name. Like, I'm not going to let this fly. If I got to destroy this guy's career before he ever has one, just to set the example so that people know in the future, like, where the line is and that I'm not somebody to fuck with, then that's what I'm going to do. That's just what I'm going to do. And if he wants to go around asking people about me and my past and Danks and our families and everything, we could do the same with him. You know, not that I want to. I'd rather just keep it at this. But I don't want to hear any more of this. I got dragged into it. Like, I want to see the video where he says, I fucked up. I was dropping names. I didn't understand how the business worked and the rules of, you know, like what the rules were. Nobody showed me the ropes. I went about things wrong. It blew up in my face. I'm taking accountability. I don't want to talk about it anymore. Let's just get back to work. If he'd have done that, I would not be doing this right now. I would not be doing this right now. But he wants to play it out. He wants to play the victim. He wants to keep making it about him. He wants to act like I'm a bully. Like I freaking started with him. Like, fuck this guy. Fuck this guy. I'll do this all day. Like I said in the thumbnail, I want the smoke. I want the smoke. You want to play these games? You want to play these games? You got it, buddy. Let's play. Roll the fucking dice. Let's go. And now watch what happens with the next super. I'm sorry if I'm like yelling. I'm getting a little, you know, this is what Ian's talking about. I'm a really chill guy. I just get a little animated from time to time. But watch what happens. Watch what happens 15 minutes later, 20 minutes later. He doubles down. He says, sorry, I would answer it if I knew what it meant. And the other guy is just like confused because he has no idea what's going on. And then a little while later, he gets another super.
We got Republic Tea Room said, when Blake Bednarz said CO has lots of folks on her side who fight against him, he forgets Erica Kirk has the power of the White House propaganda on her side who fight all of us. Next.
Who's Real Bays, though? I don't even know who that is.
It's a nobody.
I'm behind.
He's a nobody.
But you do know who that is, though?
Now look at the look on his face. He's like, wait, you do know who that is? And now this guy's like, wait, you know him? You know who that is?
Yeah, him and a bunch of people attacked me personally.
Him and a bunch of people attacked him personally. Now, he's talking about all the people that he's been trashing for months that probably don't even know he exists. I mean, I didn't know he existed. The only reason I even found out about the stuff that he was saying about me was because of the whole thing with Blake. Otherwise, I'd have never known. You know, Jesse probably doesn't know who he is. Valhalla probably doesn't. I don't think any of these guys know him. It's like, dude, nobody knows you. You know, and it's ironic because you got
pay, you know, Bays as anyone to listen to. I don't think so. And then how I kind of got dragged into all that. I didn't even want to have to like do any of this. I hadn't been talking about Danks and Bays. I don't know what to do. I'm very uncomfortable right now. I'm just being honest. When I started this, I never thought that like any of this would happen. Look, if I ever offended Bays and Danks and Jesse, I'm sorry. I never said anything about you personally. Personally. I don't know you. I don't know you personally. I have nothing to say about you personally.
Yo, there's nothing I can't stand more than a person that doesn't stand on his words, that talks out of both sides of his mouth and starts shit and then tries to play the victim when he loses and tries to play the victim when he gets exposed. I got no respect for this guy. No respect for this guy. You know, and like, I'm sorry. I know some people like him, but like, oh, yo, I saw a couple of people in the chat now. See it. Oh. We got Danks in the building. Oh, Danks, you just gifted some memberships? Oh, nice. Thanks, buddy. Thanks, buddy. I saw some other people that I want to shout out. I saw Ali Top Files before. I think I saw Kevin is Human. Kevin from Web and Buyer App. Yo, shout out to you guys. Nah, but for real, like, I don't care. I don't care. I'm not gonna just like let this shit slide. He wants to play these games. He wants to like play the victim and all this shit. Like, I will make sure everybody knows what's up. I'll make sure everybody knows. It's just, you know, but let's move on to some other some more fun stuff. Where is it? All right. Danks worked with him personally, and I had conversations where he. Oh, let me.
You all on. So who disagrees?
Oh, I went too far.
All right, I sent it to two. I want to look. They're talking about his bad track record. I don't deny any of those things, but what I'm saying is, I don't care if he does all the meth in the world. I hope he doesn't. I'm saying the questions that he's asking are legitimate questions. Am I forgetting something? Am I missing something?
Where'd he go?
I don't know where he went. Thanks. If you want to hop in here, nice to meet you, by the way.
Nice to meet you, man. How you doing?
I'm well. I love great interview with him. You're one of the rarities that got to actually speak to him. Jesse and I got stood up. You know, he reached out to me, and now I can't even get the guy to respond to me. It's very weird behavior. So again, it's not about defending the person, but it's about making some sense. So I want to hear somebody that disagrees with me so we can have a dialogue.
Well, I have a different take, a different perspective on this. It's not a matter of the questions itself. It's your argument. It's the fact that like me and Danks worked with him personally. And if in case, you know, just because I don't think I specified this part here, this is from when we were on DD's stream yesterday, and he's asking about Blake. He's asking for our positions on the Blake versus Candace drama. I had conversations where he told me the story about recording Candace, and he told me that he was talking to her in his backyard, and that his security camera accidentally caught the footage. So that makes it. Yo, look at the look on DD's face. He was like, "Wait, what?" You know, because like DD's been looking at this from a different perspective. He's looking at this like Blake is a normal individual, and, you know, Candace, you know, maybe got something else going on, some type of agenda. So he's like trying to figure it out. But like I said, like I always say, every detail is a factor in the equation. So once you get new information, it's like another factor in a math equation. And then the whole thing changes, and it helps you come to a different and more accurate conclusion. And I think that like once he's hearing me and Danks talk about our personal experiences with him, that it might have changed his mind, or at least made him think about everything a little bit differently. That makes it different for me. It's not about him asking questions 100%. And this and that. He stood on this. Like that was his story.
Not that I don't believe you, because I actually do believe you. You give out genuine energy, but I do want to ask, do you have proof that he said that?
Yo, I'll get him on. I'll ask him flat out. He knows what he said.
All right, for sure. Like, and
I have other receipts on interactions with him that I can prove.
Why would he lie about that?
But that's the thing. The thing is with Blake, like, and like I said, you know, me and Danks worked with him a couple times, and you know, I was a new streamer. I only had like 2,000 or 3,000 followers. And after the second episode, I told Danks, I'm like, yo, we can't work with this guy. I'm like, he's a mental patient. I'm like, I don't care if he has 1 million followers.
Well, this is the thing is that, but so we were chopping it up. Like, you know, I seen Blake around. I didn't know him that well, but he hopped in a stream with Kelly Raybon and Bake.
Oh yeah. And I saw his post on Twitter where he told her to stop lying for Candace or something.
Well, we didn't know their connection, right? I had no idea that they were like just like on internet husband and wife. So, and nothing against Kelly, like she's a sweetheart. I think that he's taking advantage of her emotionally. The thing is, he is coming to Baze saying, "Yo, I think Danks is a Fed," and he's going to Baze saying, "I think Kelly's a Fed," and Baze is like, "Yo, I think you're working with Kelly. Like, what? You're working with Kelly? What are you talking about?" And then he's going to Kelly. I think Baze and Danks are Feds. Coming to me, I think Baze and Kelly are Feds. Like the guy is you see what I'm saying? I'm like, I'm not. He showed all of those things, right? The only thing I can't prove, obviously, on my show is the actual video, right? And then the fact that we transfer and all of this, I don't even care enough to go and look and see, is it 3 gigabytes? I don't know what it is. It's Jordan Henshaw said it's 3 gigabytes on a free account is the max. So what Blake is saying is that it was compressed down, but still the full footage of whatever the length is, 12 minutes, I guess, 11 minutes. However, the fact remains is that Blake obtained the footage illegally, okay? He obtained the footage from UVU Review illegally. I have the receipts if you haven't seen it. I can send you the link. UVU reached out to him and said, you're putting out information about this that's copyright material. It's only for UVU Review campus only. And he basically lied and said that he bought it from students that work there for thousands of dollars. And they were just students like asking him, "Why do you want this footage?" And they just gave it to him. I'm pretty sure.
Did he provide proof that he actually spoke to a student and got the footage from a student?
There's a recording. I can send you the. Here, I'll put it in this
Fed shit. Like I keep a tight circle. Like, wait, where
Believe
is it?
What?
This
maybe trying to catch her slipping.
Yo, watch Didi's reaction. Watch Didi's reaction when I tell him the story of when Blake told me he wanted 100,000 in unmarked bills. I think that's why Blake doesn't want to come on a stream with me or answer his phone, because he knows I'm gonna call him out on this shit. Like he knows the truth. What he said to me about the recording and what he said to me about the unmarked bills. Like, like that really was the craziest thing. That was when I'm like, yo, this guy's a psychopath. This guy's a psychopath. You tell your people I want $100,000 in unmarked bills. Yo, I swear. Like at that point, I just had to hang up. I had to hang up. I'm like, I don't know what to say. Like, how do I argue with this? You know, like what am I dealing with? You know, like it was insane. It was insanity.
Maybe.
No, but see, oh my God.
I'm just wondering if it's
how does it make sense? Somebody got to explain. This is why I wanted to bring people on so I can.
Didi, this is like the thing with Blake. Nothing ever makes sense with him. It's it's a mental thing, and he's like just a legitimate dude that's just got mental issues, and it's just everything just gets so messy and confusing that we end up with all these clusterfucks. Okay. Or, you know, maybe he does have an agenda and he is just like some type of misinformation agent. So it was very strange. Like, I got introduced to him by Kelly. And like the first time I talked to him, he's telling me, I don't know if I could trust Kelly. I think Kelly's a Fed. How do you know you could trust Danks? Then he's going to Danks. Oh, how can you trust Baze? Then he's asking Kelly for her DMs. And I called him out on this on a 3-way call. I'm like, dude, like, what the hell is going on? Like, you got something to say? Like, let's go. And then he, on a 3-way call with me, Blake, and Kelly Raybon, he's like, listen, it's not you, Baze, it's Kelly. I know she's a Fed. You guys tell your handlers I want $100,000 in unmarked bills, and you will never hear from me again.
No freaking way.
I want assurance.
No way.
Yeah, bro. Pull up my text. I did this.
What?
This is from a 4-way group chat where I called them out. We kicked them off our show. We were gonna do a show together, and I'm like, bro, I don't play this Fed shit. Like, I keep a tight circle. Like we ain't having this. You can pull it up right now. Danks will tell you.
Okay, that's wild.
Yo, he was like speechless. Yeah, Didi didn't even know what to say at that point. You know, like Didi's reaction to me telling the story was the same exact reaction that I had hearing it from Blake. I was just like, you know, it was like the craziest thing. It was freaking insane. I swear. That's why I love Blake. I'm sorry. I know people don't like him. I know, but he's like the kind of person that people love to hate, and you can't really hate. You know what I mean? Like he's just different. Like, yeah. 100,000 in unmarked bills and assurances. And you know what's funny? You know what I said to him? I'm like, dude, I'm like, you realize, I'm like, do you realize that if I was a person that was in that type of position where I had handlers to speak to like you're lowball, you'd be lowballing right now. Like you're selling yourself very short. Like at least ask for like a reasonable amount of money that you could disappear with. You know, like ask for $500,000, $2 million, but you're like $100,000 in unmarked bills. You know, like it's like we're in the 1950s or something. Like what are you gonna do with $100,000? You know what I mean? like it's just insane. It's insane. Yo, shout out to Jordan Henshaw. Jordan Henshaw in the chat. Yo, we got a lot of cool people watching today. We got a lot of cool people watching. Yo, that is awesome. Maybe I'll get. Oh, Danks wants to come up. Should we start bringing people up? Yeah. All right. Screw it. I got no problem with that. Hold on. Where is the let me get to my Discord. Nope. Oh my God. I almost put that in the wrong spot. That would not have been good. Let's make it a party. I'm just gonna send this out too. Guys, bear with me. I gotta change this settings somewhere. I don't know if I have it set. Let me make sure I have it so that they could stream out to other people too. Yes, you guys could stream out to your own channels. Yo, Danks, you still there, bro? Hold on. We're gonna have some company, guys. Let me call him. Ba ba ba. Yo, now he's not picking up the phone. I'm like literally pausing the show because you said to send you a link. The least you could do is pick up. Yo, guys, put a 1 in the chat if you want to get Danks on here. I got like 2 more hours. Oh, here we go. We got somebody. Yeah, it's the Dankster. Oh, not ready yet?
Yeah, I just woke up. I'm in the bed still. I'm in the bed.
Stream. Well, you said to send you a link.
No, yeah. Bro, like,
wow,
I want to talk
to sexy beast.
You know, look at I got my wife and my daughter right here. I'm taking, ladies.
The Dankster. Yo, I sent the link to Kevin and ADN too.
Look, about the Black Line briefing, a lot of people are like, why even give him the platform, blah, blah, blah. It's not about giving him the platform. You know what I mean? It's about raising awareness to people that will literally try to destroy you while working with you and your face being nice to you, accepting your apology. You know what I mean? Like, if anything, he should be apologizing to Blake.
That's what I said.
It's
That's what
bullshit.
I've been saying.
You know, and the thing is, the worst part about all of this is that people can't even see like the purpose of this when they're like,
yeah, hold on. He's in the chat. Yo.
Who?
Blake.
Oh my God.
Yo.
What the fuck, bro?
Blake, for real, dude. How many times did I call you? You're making me look so bad saying this shit. And like people thinking I'm like saying it behind your back. Yo, Danks is sexy as fuck. Yo, Blake. Is he even on Discord? How do I send him a link?
He doesn't want to come up here, bro.
All right. But Blake, call me back. Let's schedule something.
I don't care. It's fine. He can come on. No, I'm not. It's not about me. I mean, it's fine. Bring him on. I don't care, bro. He knows I'm cool.
Yo, Blake, stop being a bitch and call me back. I called you twice.
I can't find my damn glasses, bro. What the fuck? So yeah, so specifically, like this stuff right here, people need to know. Like he knows, right? He knows what he's done, right? He's literally lied and continued to lie and say, oh, like all these crazy lies. Like I'm working with Danks behind the scenes. I never said anything bad about Bays or Kelly or Danks or I revered, like all this crazy bullshit. And it's like, how long do you, like, I'm not about people lying about who I am. Like my reputation has some name to it. You know what I'm saying? So when somebody says all of these things, oh, I'm working with Danks, and then as soon as I tell them like, hey, dude, pull up the emails that I sent you. The guy literally the whole time, like there's 17 emails back and forth. Very, very courteous, respectful. And the only thing I said was that I'm not going to do any live streams with people that I don't really know that well or that aren't in my circle or whatever. And I've known you before, like we've been talking behind the scenes before that, like one-on-one, just doing research and stuff like that. And so he takes that and wants to use that as his receipts that I'm a scumbag, that I'm a liar, in fact, and that the only reason I told him that is to be nice, bro. I don't like him. I never liked him. I forced myself to watch 30 minutes of 2 of his live streams, and I couldn't do it.
When you told me the story about him emailing you, because I knew that there was somebody that Danks, because Danks told me the story that there's been somebody that was trying to bother him to work with him or whatever, but he didn't tell me his name, or maybe he did, but it went in one ear out the other. What he told me was that he was a cheap Baron knockoff. That was what he said. And then like when I started talking to Danks, I wasn't even live streaming yet. Like Danks kind of took me under his wing. I'm not going to lie. And, because we just started talking. We met through Ian Carroll, through Discord that he did when he launched Web. And they left the stage and me and him just had a little conversation and it went well. So it's like, oh, let me call you back in a little bit. And then like we started talking. We found out we're the same age. We both, recently refound our Christian faith. We both played poker. We both worked in the restaurant business. We're both really big into research. We're both making content. Our channels were relatively around the same time. There was a lot of reasons. And I never said, yo, Danks, let me go on your stream. Come on my show. Like he invited me. I wasn't even live streaming. He's like, bro, go live. He's like, come on, I'll put you on. Like, we'll get it going. I'm like, one of these days,
My first email to me was, I'm a massive fan. I'd love to do a show. You come on, I'll come on yours. Anything. And like, I get it. But I don't think I've been doing YouTube for 6 years, bro. This is my 3rd monetized channel. I don't think I've ever sent a DM or an email to someone in the first time. I don't think I've ever even asked somebody to go on their channel. But let alone the first email, that's just like obvious territory here. Like, okay, well, unless I've talked to you before, like, why are you even asking? So it's this. So anyways, I don't want to like get into the details of that. The point is, it's most important to know like as soon as I really want you to, I gotta get on my computer. I'll put a shirt on, get on my computer, and I'll pull up the specific email because I want to show it.
Yo, hold on, real quick. I just want to give a shout out. Hold on, thanks. Hold on. I was telling you about this.
Mute me, motherfucker. I'm just gonna keep going.
No, hold on. Take 2 seconds. I want to give a shout out to Republic Tea Room, because this individual was the one that sent Blackline Brief, the super, on Jay the Yapper show that caught him lying about me.
Oh, so I just gave them a membership.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Oh shit, they're a member now. Yo, that's awesome.
Yeah.
I'm gonna send them a couple shirts for that too. We'll send her a couple shirts.
You love giving away shit, bro, don't you?
Bro, I love giving.
Guy's gonna go broke for the members. I told you guys.
I already went broke. Listen, it's not a sprint.
It's the Persian in me, bro. I'm Persian deal maker over here. So
they spent their hard-earned money to make sure that Black Line Brief knew who I was. They said they weren't trolling, that they genuinely thought that they didn't know and that the other person's money was wasted. They couldn't answer the question because he didn't know who I was. And then, found out real soon he did know who I was. And then Jay the Yapper, God bless his soul. He seems like a nice guy. He didn't know what he was getting himself into, platforming that scumbag. And he's like sitting there confused while this guy's like dumping all of his trauma of freaking podcaster drama that had nothing to do with him for like 6 minutes. And the guy's just sitting there thinking to himself like, oh, so you did know who Baze was the whole time. It's like, what a loser. All right, sorry, Danks. Go back.
No, you're good. It's just important that like people know what they're dealing with and this, you have to think about exactly what's going on. When Blake is literally propping this dude up, Blake is basically famous. He doesn't have a lot of followers, but he's got a lot more than fucking dude, Black Line Brief, right? So he's propping up Blake. I mean, Blake is propping up all these names, bro. Blake is propping him up by like doing work with him, letting him platform. Like I look at it as Blake letting him platform him because he doesn't have to go on dude's show because he's got no followers. You know what I mean? He's got like 9,000-10,000 followers, which it's not no followers, but that's the hardest part to get to is 10K because I've been stuck there before on other channels. And like nobody knows you yet, a few people. And the only reason why we know him is because of how he reached out to me and how he was so disrespectful after I said very kindly, hey, like you're doing great work right now. I'm just not I'm not feeling you. Basically, I should have just told him, I don't like it would have been much better for everyone and for him if I was just much more honest with him. I don't think that you're very great. I don't think you don't give me good vibes. You don't seem very honest.
You didn't have to say all that. You said let it happen organically. Keep working.
That's what I said. Yeah.
Keep working on your craft, and maybe the day will come. Who knows? Like that's the nicest way to go about it.
And then afterwards, he destroys. He goes on for episodes and episodes, destroying me, you, Kelly, Blake, Jesse. Baron, he's lied on. I had to correct him on that. I had to send him a 5-minute clip of Baron. I had to go and find it, pull the transcript, extract it, send him the video and the transcript so he knows that he just straight up lied. Just because for what, And
it's you know what makes this guy even more pathetic that I didn't even include? So I found out who he was that night when Blake left the stream and then he was commenting and then Kelly sent me the video where I saw him talking shit about me, and I commented publicly. And I said, you're lying on my name. Like, this is all the attention you're going to get because I had no intention of doing anything like this. I'm like, screw that. But then, like, once everything came out and, like, you interviewed Blake and then Ian covered it and he's making videos. I'm like, you know what? Let me just address it. But at the time, I didn't want to. But you know what I did want to do? I did want to message him personally. And this little weasel, who's talking shit about me for episodes and episodes when I didn't even know who he was. He blocked me on X. Him and Paramount Tactical have me blocked on X. I've never even interacted with either of them. I don't know why I'd be on Gary's radar because, I'm just a small channel. The guy's got over 200,000 subs. The viewing, his viewing numbers don't really reflect that because I guess nobody watches his shit because he's just a TPUSA shill that's just does his streams trying to bash Candace. But like, why would he block me? Like, then that has me thinking too. Like, is there a reason? Like, who told him about me? Like, why do him and Black Line Brief both have me blocked on X?
In order to keep people from expanding to be the size of Gary Paramount Tactical, you have to call it out early when it's identified. Okay, now we've got a massive fucking problem with people like Gary. I'm not about silencing, but I'm about shedding the truth. And guess what? I've got those receipts, and those receipts are enough to damage him every single time he comes up ever again in the future. And I've got more, like way more. We haven't even the guy, people, when I see him, people defend, I don't want to be petty. But again, this is about protecting other creators and people from being duped into paying him money when all he is a lying scumbag snake grifter who will sell you out either for a little bit of fame or attention or respect or whatever he thinks it is. It's a narcissistic mindset. And I don't like people, when you said it perfect yesterday, we're doing serious work. We're doing shit that's dangerous, and we've got to look out on all angles. And now we got to look out for creators that are trying to work with us that seem to have good intentions the whole time. They're trying to snake you behind your back while smiling to your face and going on platform shows with you. Not good. That's not good. I don't like it one bit. And I would never do that to anybody else. I know you wouldn't. That's why people are talking about it. That's why Jesse made a whole segment about it. That's why I'm here. That's why you're talking about it. It's because we're trying to protect our own, not just us as creators, but our fans. When you show up and you're like spending your time over there, all he does is comment on other people's stuff and create drama and then lie to your faces. I've never done that, you know what I mean? And you'll never see that from either one of us. We're real motherfuckers over here doing real work, busting our ass, grinding, researching, spending hours. I was up for 4 hours last night crafting today's live stream instead of sleeping. You think he's doing that? No, he fucking flips on the camera. He's like, who am I going to talk about today?
Yeah.
Fucking Doug funny looking motherfucker, bro.
And you could tell, like, when I was, because once I decided that because that's the thing with me. If I'm gonna like go at somebody like that and make a video, and you could ask Danks, because I was calling Danks like every hour. I'm like, dude, you won't believe what I found. Like, I'm not gonna just react to the one video. I'm gonna go through your shit. Like, I'm gonna go through your history. I'm gonna run a background check. Like, I got people, like, I would never. Like, he accused me of not being a Christian, which I thought was like a really shitty thing to do in a low blow. Like, I would never accuse anybody of stolen valor. I'm sure that he was, if he says he was a Marine, I'm sure that he was in there for some type of capacity for some period of time. I'm not doubting that. But like, I ran a lot of his transcripts through AI and I cross-referenced it with other people that I know were in the military that have experience and, did tours. And the language that he uses does not compare. It does not line up. Like, he speaks in these generalizations. And I even saw one clip that somebody sent me where he was referring to the Sean Ryan, Brian Harpole interview. And he was complaining about the terms that they use acronyms, and that they use terms that only people in the military would use that normal people like us wouldn't get. And that like kind of stood out to me, because it's like, dude, if you're in the military, why aren't you explaining those terms? Like, why? Like, that's what Valhalla does, who you said has zero credibility. Valhalla will explain the terms. He'll give you the background. He'll give you the breakdown. Like, you're on there talking like a normie, like a civilian, like, oh, normal people like us wouldn't understand that. Well. It's like, that's a red flag. Again, I'm not accusing him of stolen valor. I would never do that unless I actually had the receipts, which I don't. I want to make that clear. But there's something missing in that picture.
Yeah, 100%. It's all about protection at the end of the day, and that's all it is. Like, I don't. Yeah, like, I'm not gonna go on I don't want to go on and like make a big deal. There's stuff that needs to be talked about, but I think it's just important. And I wanted to come on and say that. I don't have much else to say, to be honest, but yeah, I don't like it. I don't like him one bit. And the fact that he just keeps going on and giving sob stories like, oh, I've never done anything to anyone and blah, 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 blah. It's like, bro, oh yeah, I was going to show the emails. He sent emails. He sent DMs to Project Constitution trying to air. You won't, but like, this is the type of person. I'm going to show you. I'll show you right now. Let me switch.
I showed it before. We didn't say that it was Jesse didn't name him and I didn't name him.
No, I'm going to show the email of what I sent to Blake when he asked me about Project Constitution. That's what I'm going to do.
You mean Black Line Brief?
Black line brief. Yeah. Here, I'm gonna come out and go back in.
He's coming out, coming back in. Oh, check. Allie Top Files, shout out to you. I think I shouted you out before. Oh, we got more receipts. We got more receipts. I'm going to save these for later, though. What's up? I'd really like to talk to you about Blake Bednarz. Yo! This is more people. Yo, this guy is going around trying to shit on Blake, trying to get... I want to talk to you about Blake. Yo, it's insane. Like, who does that? And listen, and that's the difference. That's the difference between me and a guy like Black Line Brief, okay? Because, like, Black Line Brief will have conversations with Blake and then go around behind his back and be like, oh, well, I got this. Can you tell me that? I can tell you this. Like, me with Blake, before I got on camera and, like, talked the shit that I talked about Blake the other day and put out that video, I called Blake myself on the phone to tell him, like, yo, just so you know, I'm coming out with this. If you want to, you want to say something, you want to make a statement, that's fine. I'm just letting you know this is what I'm going to do. Because I'm not a snake. I'm not like the type of person that's going to stab somebody in the back. I'll have you, and I'm not saying this about Blake. I don't want you guys to think that this analogy is for him, but like, I'm the type, I'll get someone on their knees and like, look him in the eyes. You know what I mean? And like, that's basically what I'm doing with this schmuck Black Line Brief right now. Here he is. He's back.
You hear me?
Yes.
So yeah. So anyway, you can keep talking. I gotta look for this thing real quick.
No. I was just getting some receipts. Yo, this is crazy. This is crazy.
How many people are watching?
Right now we got about 400 total.
Jeez, bro.
I just put the settings so you can stream out. I put on I'm on X too, that's why. And Facebook, but nobody sees the link on Facebook. I don't even know why I stream there. I gotta set up the Rumble.
How many people you say on X?
On X, I got like 117. Why? You really want to show off because you're gonna stream out?
No. You said I got nobody.
2,000 or 3,000.
It's a lot of people, bro.
No, I said, listen, I'm fine with these numbers. I don't do this slot. I got me having. If I had 275 on a Wednesday night at 10 o'clock, I'd be happy.
You should open and then stream out and then send it off to me when I start.
Oh yeah, you would love that. Yeah, I'll do that.
I'm just saying, why not?
No, 100%. I agree. But if I do that, you got to start, tagging some bases based in your supers. Yo, Danks is like, yo, I'm sending Didi a super. What should I say? I'm like, bases based. Like, what do you think I'm gonna say? Of course, your boy. He's like, I'm not chilling for you. I'm like, bro, I
said I'm not chilling for you in my first super chat to fucking Didi got a podcast.
Okay. That's fine. Yeah. This is why people love us though, because we just go back and forth.
Okay.
No. Danks said that he didn't want to say bases based in a super because people have no, I'm not even gonna make that joke. That's old news. But there was a time when that was not a popular thing to do in chats, but I hear that time has passed. Yeah, I'm such a troll. I'm sorry. Nah, but yo, for
you.
Real.
I am too, bro. I love this shit, bro. I just don't do it often.
Yo, hold on.
Because I know I'm right. You know what I mean?
Since you're here, I just want to play this real quick, just so you could see too what this freaking
dude.
Yeah, I can't either. He's the worst. But this is him talking. This is last night
on at the time anyway. Okay, and so if I lose community members, subscribers, or whatever from people that think they've found something out about me, well, then you didn't know me, sweetheart, and you can willingly go. I don't.
Yeah. They did. How many does he have right now?
No, I don't.
944. So
God like 700 subs. My wife thinks of me. My kids think of me, and people I respect and know. That's it. That's why I won't even gratify all of them on X or on YouTube with any sort of defense of what? What have you done? What have you shown? Nothing.
Who's he talking about?
Things out of context, make it say what you want, show a text out of nowhere that doesn't have the full timeline. Go for it.
That's all that you sent, and they didn't respond, bro.
You just comes out. It always does. But I'm not going to put my community through that This is stupid. It just is. We're not even talking about the investigation or Charlie or anything else.
Bro, this guy never should have said our names. He never should have said our names.
What's up? What's up, AD?
Yeah, what is up, AD?
Hey guys, my dogs are freaking out, so sorry I was muted for a minute.
It's all right. It's all right. Do you would you like I don't want to put you on the spot, but would you like to make an opinion or statement on the drama? I know you probably want to stay out of it.
Well, I feel like you guys have every right to say something because I didn't realize until I watched your video yesterday how many times your name was in his mouth. So
before I knew who he was.
Yeah.
Before and like we have the timeline. He was emailing he had emailed Danks twice about a collaboration, and Danks shot him down. Oh, 3 times? Okay, so 3 times he was emailing Danks about doing a collaboration, and Danks shot him down every time as nicely as he could. And then he emails him again with a simple, "Let me ask you, are you friends with Baze?" And then 3 days later, he starts trying to drag me through the mud.
I feel like it was fair. And I also feel like he probably didn't imagine this many creators were going to cover it.
It's because we got that pull, my guy. I didn't have to even say anything to anybody. Jesse got my back. Jesse knows what's up. I never even told him I launched the video. I was surprised. I flipped on his shit and he fucking was covering it. I called him. I didn't even know I was live. I was live with Didi when I called him. You guys can watch it. See at the end.
Oh, we did. I played it and then I paused it and I said that was when we were live with Didi.
Exactly, bro.
Yeah, that was great. That was great.
So February 17. Here it goes. Let me pull this up. I'm gonna show 2 things here.
Sure.
Let me find this.
Yeah, I thought that was wild. That whole situation, and then he continues to gaslight. He's trying to gaslight me the same way that he was gaslighting Blake, saying, "Oh, I don't even care. The truth always comes out. The truth will come out." It's like, motherfucker, the truth came out when I made the video. That was the truth. Those were your words. Those were your messages. Like, we have the dates. We have the timeline. Like, what are we talking about here? Sorry for cursing, for those of you that want a nice, clean daytime broadcast. I will work on that in the future. I'm trying to be more chill, though. I'm trying to curse less, but this particular situation got me like a little amped. You got something you want to bring to the stage, Danks?
Yeah, let's go.
Is it there or did I got?
Yeah, I got it right here. Hold on.
Oh, okay.
I'm pulling it right now. All right, go ahead. Actually, hold on. Don't do that one. Let me switch it real quick. All right, go ahead. All right. So
shout out to Project Constitution.
Shout out to Project Constitution, bro. Like, yeah, we had our little thing where we were doing shows together, and then we decided not to. Like, I haven't really said much about it. All I've said is that we've kind of parted ways. Whatever I said on the spot fund, what I told people when they got the refund is all I've really said. You know what I mean? And so he knows that I hold my word. I said, like, we're going to just keep it cool. There was some things, but we decided not to work together. And that's just about it. Like, there's always some backstory, but it's not necessary for everybody to know. So he texted me. He's like, he said, he sent me this. Hey, bro, don't know what's up with this dude. Black Line Brief is trying to press me for why we split up. Don't know if he's trying to start shit or what. I know he works with Blake Bednarz, though. I don't give him shit, though, FYI. So then he said, hey, man. Hey there, my man. I follow you. So this is Black Line Brief to Project Constitution. Hey there, my man. I follow your stuff and support your work. I wanted to start a conversation. With you about possibly discussing some people we both had interactions with, and I'm trying to figure more about them. So then PC says, I generally try to stay out of drama and keep to myself, so I really wouldn't know. I talk to just about everyone, but I'm not on a regular basis or anything, just mostly through DMs. Can I immediately shines through with can I ask you what happened between you and Danks? You guys used to work together and a lot, but then had what seems to be a falling out. That was when I started my channel and was in communication with Danks as I helped him with certain information. I'll show you that. Let me pull up my notepad so I can literally show all the bullshit he's lying about. Lori Fronsby. Okay. So Lori Fronsby and her military rank. Okay, this is true. Like, I asked him one email, so he helped me with certain. I didn't even use it. Actually, I might have. I already talked about it, and then I knew that he was a Marine, or he says he is, and so I reached out. He might have emailed me first. We'll look and see. And so I asked about this specifically, like, what is this? And that was it. Like, so he's using that as leverage, like he knows me or whatever. I don't know what he's trying to do. So anyways, about the military insignia, since I was in the Marine Corps, in a following email between Danks and me, when I asked to maybe collab, he said to me he was no longer doing collabs with people he didn't know since he was burnt by you. He placed all the blame on you for whatever happened between you two. And I was wondering what the actual truth was, because is that I see he's willing to lie about me. He was probably losing or lying about you. And then PC says nothing happened. We just decided to go our separate ways, both busy working on different things, which is true. So, here we go. Let me pull this up. How do I? Okay, yeah. So he said, "Hey, dude, freak." So this was February 17th. This was close to when I stopped talking to him, like completely, or when he started airing talking shit. "Hey, dude, freaking amazing episode yesterday." I got something to show you guys real quick. Every time I hear him speak, I'll tell you what I think about.
I'm scared.
Yeah, you'll see. You'll laugh. It's okay. Like, you guys tell me in the chat if I'm right. Sorry, what
I
did you
feel
say?
like Project Constitution also handled that really professionally. Like, just shout out to that answer, because that was really clutch of him to just kind of keep it like it's between me and Danks, which is how you should go about things.
This is what I think he looks like. Is Doug Funny, bro? This is, I hear his voice and his face, and he looks just like Doug Funny. Okay, so anyways, back to reality. So, great graphics, amazing website, spot on research, and great delivery. Your editing was perfect. I mean, he's glazing me. I showed a couple people in person, and we were all glued the entire time. I also shared your video at the end of my live stream yesterday and sent a lot of people to your channel, and they subscribe, watch, and liked your stuff. A lot of my growing base follows you. Some don't know about you and Project Constitution. So he, from early on, he's trying to get dirt on Project Constitution, and he couldn't get it from me. So then he went to Project Constitution to get dirt on me. Some of you don't know, but I try and plug you guys as often as I can. I just wanted to say thank you for doing work you do. Yesterday's video was amazing. Question: why do you Project Constitution repost the William Bass guy and PC? Did you speak with PC and tell him? And then all I said was, I don't do business with PC anymore. I've decided to step away from him for personal reasons. Yes, I'd love to read it. That'd be great. I'm glad the content yesterday landed well. I did a full live stream breaking everything down today. If you haven't caught it yet, definitely check it out. Much more deep dive on the same. All I said, I don't do business with PC anymore. And you can check my emails for Black Line Brief and Project or PC Project, anything like that. And you can see, but I mean, it'll take me forever to go through it. So that's what he said. And then to PC, he literally said, he said to me, he was no longer doing, okay, he said to me, he placed all the blame on you and said he was burnt by you. He said he was placed all the blame on you for whatever happened between you two. And I was wondering what the actual truth was, because if he was lying to me about you, then he would probably be lying about you. It's like, what? And PC knows, like, I'm not that dude, bro. So he doesn't need to even feel to air me out, because he's like, the guy's talking shit. He's fishing. That's just one. You know what I mean? So I'll pull it down just so I'm not remove my thing from the screen, please.
Oh, sorry.
It's getting stir. Like, he's coming in to stir the pot.
Yeah. So he couldn't find dirt on PC from me. Okay. He's literally out here trying to get dirt on me because I won on him. That's just one thing. But if you see the email where I literally tell him, you won't believe like what I said to him, how kind it was. And if anybody, like I see Lemon Curd, he's like, she's complaining about doxing. Like Matthew puts his freaking full name and his email on every stream. So I ain't doxing anybody, bro.
Yeah, 100%. One thing I want to address real quick, because I've gotten a couple DMs and I've seen some stuff on social media, people accusing me of trying to help repair Blake's reputation and keep him relevant. Number one, like, I don't know if you noticed this or not. I got like, what? We have 460 people watching right now. Like, do you realize how small my channel is? You realize I'm not like, in the grand scheme of things, I am not the person or the platform that's going to do any PR work for Blake. Blake has a much bigger If anything, me platforming Blake is him platforming me, even if it's on my show. Like, you guys just have to have a little bit of common sense. And you're going to sit there and say that, oh, you're defending Blake, you're trying to make him look good. It's like, do you retards realize that I was the one that told everybody that he lied about recording Candace, that he was going around saying that he like I was the one that pointed out how he was telling, that he was, and Baron. I was the one that threw him under the bus to Baron, and me and like, not that me and Baron weren't getting along, but I don't have a relationship with Baron.
Baze told me, I told Jesse, and Jesse told Baron, and that's how this works. Like, we're not trying to let
fucking trail.
No, it's because like it's important. Like, Jesse doesn't care. He's cool. Like, I know I wouldn't say it if I didn't think he'd care.
And
the thing is, like, we got each
hold on.
back.
I want to say something real quick. I'm sorry to cut you off, but this is important because
you
know, like I'm not a snitch. Like, that was a tough decision for me to like tell Danks, like, yo, we should speak up. We should say something, because I'm not a snitch. I like to mind my own business, you know. But the like I just felt like that was like so snake-like. And doing that to multiple people and like trying to create files and then I'm thinking, like, is that what everybody does to each other? Like, please tell me it's not like that, because I would never do that to somebody. And I just thought, like, okay, well, you know what? Even if I'm not close with, like, what if he did it to someone else? Like, what if he did it to American Discourse? Like, what if he did it to someone that I am close with and was trying to like set a trap for somebody? And then, you know what I mean? Like, I got to live with that, knowing that I knew and I didn't give anybody the heads up. Like, it was a really shitty position. Like, I kind of wish Blake never told me. But if I'm going to say that and put that out there, like, I have to stand on that, and I'm going to give Blake the heads up, tell him myself, and I'm going to give him the chance to make a statement on it and confront me. So, like, anybody trying to say I'm trying to do PR control, like I'm an op trying to help Blake, like, yo, you're fucking retarded. And I don't use that word lightly, and I use it sparingly. But
well, it doesn't make sense. And then the other thing is Blake has done his own dirty work. If his name got to Candace's mouth, he's already in trouble, like, in this community. And so you're not going to do anything plus or minus on that. Most people are going to most likely, you know, try and form their own opinion. But she was the one who said pretty broadly on her platform and implicated that she was worried it was some type of entrapment, which would make sense why she didn't necessarily want to air it if she felt pressured. So I don't think you've done anything in this space that would say you have helped him nor hurt him. Like, he has done his own bidding. He's his own person.
And when I say that I think Blake's great and everything, like, I say it like I think he's entertaining. His character is shit. But you could see that he's clearly struggling with something. And the way that he's struggling shows that he cares. And if he cares, then that means that there's a chance for him to change. And if that's the case, I'm not going to pray for his downfall. I'm not going to try to kick him when he's down. I'm going to hope that he repents and makes better decisions, because if Blake cut the bullshit and he stopped, you know, anything negative that he is or isn't doing, and he didn't lie and he didn't like operate the way that he does, and he operated more in line like the way that we do, and he actually became a member of the team, like, he has potential to do great things. And that is the truth. And anyone who has a problem with me saying that, like, I'm sorry. Like, I'm sorry, not sorry. Like, what am I gonna say? Like,
well, you had already
everything that
too. Like, he was already on your show.
To his face as well.
Yes.
Like, last night, sorry to cut you off, AD. Last night, like, this is the type of dude I am, and Baze is too. Is Didi got a podcast. We were on there yesterday. He wanted to get Blake on the show. So I texted Blake and I'm like, yo, he wants you to email him. Here's his email. And Blake was like, cool, word, thanks. And he's like, what? And then I sent the screenshot to verify. And then he asked me a question because Didi was like, let's get Blake on the show if you can help me so we can clear some things up. And Blake said, what did you guys clear up on his show? And I said, it wasn't us clearing things up. He wants to bring you on to clear things up. After Baron's show, I realized I do this. I got to stop with the bird hands. So, I shouldn't even have said
you
that.
You look like a leftist.
I'm holding my hands under my desk.
I'm gonna go like this from now on. So, but I told him this is exactly what I said. I said, well, you can go here. I didn't have to tell him. I said we were on his show for the last hour and a half of Didi's show. You can go and watch everything that Baze and I said, so you know what we said, so you can defend yourself if you want. That's the type of people we are, you know. You think Blackline Brief would have told him at all any of that? Absolutely not. Oh God, I hope he doesn't see that I was on his show and I was talking. You know, that's how. Here, share my screen. Sorry, did you want to say ADN? I just hijacked you.
No, I was just saying you guys like had already given him an opportunity to improve. You were going to have him on your show, and then you guys made a smart decision to say like, okay, all of your actions is leading me to take you off of the show. So he had every opportunity in several. He even had an opportunity to go on Jesse's show and make things right. He's gone on your show, Danks, since then. So it's not like you haven't been generous with your time with this person. It's more of he is just kind of blowing every chance he gets because of his demeanor, not even necessarily his information. It's how he goes about presenting it that is an issue for everyone in the podcasting space, in my opinion.
And it was risky for me even try to kick him off of the show because when we were doing the show, I was the baby channel. I was the baby channel. Like Danks had a bigger following on YouTube than Blake, but Blake had a much bigger following on X. So Blake overall, I think, had the most following, then Danks, then Kelly, and then it was me at the bottom. And like I hadn't known Danks that long at that point. It had only been a couple weeks. Kelly and Blake had the tightest relationship. They had the history. So like, you know, when I said like, look, I don't want to do the show with this guy, it was like, who am I to say that? But like I was thinking about long term. Like I knew that there was going to be a situation like this happening, and I didn't want to be known as the guy who does the show with that guy. You know what I mean? Like, and I pleaded my case. And I said it to Danks, I said it to Kelly, and I said it to Blake myself. You know, like we have the messages in the group chat where I said, I don't play this Fed shit. Like I'm not doing this. I'd rather do the show myself. And, you know, like after seeing I think it was the whole, like, I want 100 grand in unmarked bills things that kind of like put the nail in the coffin for him, you know?
All right,
and like,
share my,
you ready?
Share it when you can. Yeah. So there's two. Okay. So the first one, you know, what's his name? Guardians of the Galaxy, but he's also somebody else. He comes in the chat all the time. Really good dude. I didn't know who he was at the time, so he was asking me. He basically was like, this was the first email he sent to me. He said, I just want to reach out. This was on January 31st this year. And let you know, first and foremost, I'm a subscriber. Candace, Baron, Ian, Wolves in Finance, Project Constitution, Coach Colin, that I started a new YouTube channel, Blackline Brief. All I'm focusing on is investigating and exposing TPUSA and the corruption of the government, and it is complicit in using them to target all of us. So to me, like there's another case for suing somebody else as well here. Tony Alexander, he said he's been researching for you. So he basically wanted to like get me in touch with this Tony Alexander, or he wanted to ask me about him, but I didn't know who he was. So he said here, I would love and appreciate the ability to do a collab with you, maybe a joint live stream. Please let me know your thoughts. Keep it up. Go max and whatever stuff until we expose the hidden truth, which is fine. And I was cool. I was like, Matt, I appreciate the support and glad you're in the fight. I mentioned my words on Tony. I said, you know, I don't know him by name, whatever. I don't work with a dude named Tony. And then I said, this is the first time on collabs. I'm scaling back on collabs right now to focus on my own investigation pipeline. But I'm open to coming on your show first. If the timing works on my end, I'm sure we can make something work. Before we lock in anything else, send me your best 2 to 3 videos so I can get a sense of your research approach and see if our methodologies are compatible. And I even gave him advice. I said, don't let anyone, including me, dictate your research direction, chase the receipts, build your own conclusions, and publish what you believe is true. The moment you start relying too heavily on someone else's research, you risk losing your editorial independence. Stay in control of your own narrative. Researchers are only here to compile information in a database that I built so I can pick up this regarding my researchers and my team. And the Danksters. So I can pick and choose what I need when I need it. Looking forward to checking out your channel. So that was January 31st. And then I responded about less than 2 weeks later. So then he sent this. This was 12 days later after I sent him that. He sends me more about the collab. He talks first about all this other stuff. My channel's going fast. I'm approaching 7,000 subscribers in 3 to 4 weeks. I'm generally increasing by 1,000 a week, and currently I have 92 paid members. I do think I have a lot to contribute to this overall effort in covering the CK assassination. Anyway, no matter your response or answer, I'm good with whatever you decide. So he said he's good with whatever I decide regarding a collab. There would be no hard feelings or awkwardness. I support you 100% and will remain one of your biggest supporters. So then I said, hey, brother, I really appreciate you reaching out. Right now, I'm keeping my circle very tight. I learned the hard way that the relationships that work best in this space are the ones that develop organically over time. The people I collaborate with regularly are people I have built deep trust with through months of working together behind the scenes. That's just how I operate, and it's nothing personal at all. What I will tell you is this. You're building genuinely something impressive. 7,000 subs in a few weeks, almost 100 paid members, 1K a week growth, all while working 60 hours a week, training jiu-jitsu and being a husband and a father. Brother, most creators would kill for those numbers with zero obligations. You've clearly found something that resonates. That's not luck. That's you. Here's what I want to hear. This path you're on is one of the most rewarding things you'll ever do. The fact that you've hit this quickly tells me you have something real. Protect that. Keep building your brand, your voice, your audience. The creators who win long-term are the ones who become irreplaceable on their own before they ever need a collab. You're already doing that. Nothing is off the table down the road. Life has a way of bringing the right people together at the right time. For now, keep doing exactly what you're doing. I'm watching. I'm supporting from my side. I'm genuinely rooting for you. Keep going. You're on the right track. 100% appreciate every word of this. Thank you. I will. What, less than a week later, he's fucking just trying to annihilate me, you know? And then like there's so much more, which I think I'm good.
Wait, show the one again where he asks about me and the date.
Okay.
Because you notice how all all the other emails he was sending you was like a big long paragraph of him kind of glazing you and trying to be all personable, right? And then look at the one when he asks about me. This
isn't my live, PJ sister. I'm on somebody else's and I'm covering whatever they talk. So if you don't want to watch, you can get out of here. You're not on my live stream. You're on Baze's.
Like this is what goes on, and other people had aired it out, so it was just part of the topic of the creator world right now. I don't know if anyone
did you guys see the thumbnail? It's I want the smoke. Right. I literally put it on the thumbnail so you guys would know that it's about drama.
And to be fair, there is a whole world of YouTube, and it's called Girl World, and they talk about fat activists, and this is all they do. People make a ton of money talking about other creators all the time, and that's not what you guys do all the time. This is just a section of content along the way.
Listen, I have to be honest with my people.
Right.
If I put I want the smoke on the thumbnail and I'm not talking about the drama, then that's clickbait, and I'm not going to do that.
So I didn't even respond to the email that he did send. I didn't even respond to it. I think I cooked up a response, but I never sent it.
All right.
Yeah.
Some people had said they specifically liked watching Erica Kirk stuff because of the drama. So it's if you don't want to be here,
yeah.
Okay.
I mean, why do you think it gets so many? She got so many views. I made a video about her being drunk at the school and it got 40,000 views or something. What are you guys talking about? You don't want the drama. Get the fuck out of here.
but look at this one. All the other emails he was sending was all friendly. It was all like paragraphs of glazing. Like he wants to like S off Danks. I'm getting better with the
I think he asked me twice, actually.
But he said, but look at this. March 1st. Hey there. I had a question. Are you friends with Real Bays? Like, that's it. Just point blank. I want to know your friend. Like it really, like I made the comparison before with like the movie Fatal Attraction, where it's like the guy like cheats on his wife, has like a one night stand, and all of a sudden she's coming back. She's like out to get him. It's like, I thought you loved me. You know, like that's how this guy is. It's like, is that who you're with now? You know, like just tell me. You know, like weirdo shit. And I know that like the analogy is like kind of off, but like you guys get the idea. But then look, all right, look.
So he eventually, after I didn't respond, he goes on to lie about Baron, which Baron knows about. I sent him everything. He lies about Baze. He lies about me and Jesse, and says Baze isn't a Christian.
Oh, no, hold on. I was about to play the clip. Let me put mine real quick. Let me pull mine real quick. Because that email that he sent you with the one, like, I just want to know, are you friends with Baze? That was on the 1st. This, I believe, this was on the 6th. Okay, 5 days later. And this is after he did the show with Blake, which is why I had a problem with Blake. Oh, what? Oh, alive. As you guys know, hold on. He was the guy. Let's see.
Hold on. Let's pause it real quick.
Bad news, guys.
For anybody that's in the chat, like, oh, this is a distraction, whatever. Like, this is about this. Whole
this is stopping you guys from getting distracted. Anybody who's watching Blackline Brief is gonna get distracted. We're raising awareness.
This is an awareness show. This is what it's about. I'm not here to. It's drama driven. But you need to understand, like, this is important to us. There's a reason why we're doing this. It's not just because we like to. We don't do this ever. This is the only time ever. It's not. If we were just constantly doing this shit with all people, then that's a different story. But this is one time. And also, I've got a great show coming up in an hour and a half, in less than an hour, 2 hours. That's going to be more about the show. So it's not like I can do only one thing and I'm single-minded like a lot of people that are in this space. All right.
And also one other thing, it's not like this is manufactured drama. Like a lot of times you'll see drama online, you know, like when people go on Piers Morgan, where it's like, you know, like not that it's staged, but they'll like set it up. Like they'll get two people that they know have combative personalities and different views and just let them go at it. Like this is genuine. It is organic. This guy was malicious. He's been lying on my name. Like I have a legitimate reason to do this. Like this isn't like a no nonsense thing. So if this isn't your topic, this is like, I'm not going to tell you kick rocks or anything, but like, listen, I'm going to make the content that I want to make. And this, to me, I'm taking serious. And this is what it is today. You know, it's not going to be like this tomorrow. I mean, unless he says some stupid shit, then I'm going to really like, I got some, believe me, I got some other receipts that I'm holding on to. Cause I fucking wish he would just put it that way. But here,
he'd be better off not.
Yeah, he'd be better off just apologizing, never talking it again, and not trying to take the high road. Like that, like it's way past that. But that email that he sent Danks was on the 1st. This is like 5 days later, 2 days after he did the show with Blake.
Now Danks is on the train too. Yep.
Now, when he says on the train too, he's talking about the theory that Charlie's still alive. As you guys know, Jesse and Kelly are both strong on that theory. Me and Danks have been kind of back and forth, but that's only because we're trying to be objective and we're looking at the evidence that we have and all the weirdness going on. And that's not something that we were trying to like really push out and shove down everybody's throats.
It's crazy. And to tell me that he faked his death, is alive, running the show, calling all the shots.
We never said that Charlie faked his own death and was calling all the shots and running the show. Like, I don't know where he got that from.
And a lot of the people that are saying this, I'm not going to name personally, but.
All right. So he said a lot. And keep in mind, I don't know who this guy is at this point. And he's saying that there's a lot of people sprouting this. They're not true believers. He's not going to say any names. Let's see where it goes.
I don't think they're Christian. No,
okay.
Like publicly, I think that they've said that they're.
Okay. So now he's saying that he doesn't think that they're Christians. I know I'm a Christian. I got baptized not too long before this. I mean, part of the foundation of me and Danks' friendship was conversations that we had early on about finding our faith.
They're not current, active believers. Yep. Gaze is part of the problem too, man.
And that's it right there. Right there. And now looking at the emails and stuff, like chat, what do you guys think? Do you think that he had some kind of problem because he was watching my content and didn't like my stuff and got offended? Or you think maybe he had a stick up his ass because he was jealous that Danks was working with me and not him, and me and Blake had worked together and had a conversation that probably didn't go that great. And then Blake worked with him and talked to him and probably ran back talking shit about me. And you know what I mean? Like, and then he gets on the mic and like he starts shitting on me, says that I'm not Christian, starts spreading lies about theories that I don't have. I never said that. I said that if Charlie's death was staged, that the call was above his head. And that's so, and you guys can both attest to this. ADN, you too. You know that I said that. It's that what makes you think that he would have a say, that it wouldn't be above his head? I never said that he chose to stage his own death and was running everything behind the scenes. I never said that I'm not a Christian. I never said that I'm supporting TPUSA and Erica Kirk. And I never said I support the Iran war.
He literally said that because we said we were theorizing Jesse's theory and talking about it and trying to come to our own conclusion on what he said, that we support the war in Iran and that we are like jihadists, basically. It's like, or murderers or like warmongers. It's like, what are you talking? Like, it's all of these things. They build up and build up. It's like a pressure cooker. And sometimes you need to let out steam. And the fact is, when you talk so much about people that were actually good to you, like you can see I was very good to him. Even in the correspondence that I'm about to show you with Barron, I was still respectful. And I said, hey, this is not good journalism. You're better than that. Like, all these things. So this is so much more than any high school drama. Like,
and people need to realize,
and even if it is, I don't care. Fuck it.
The initial video that I made, it was a members only live. I talked about it on a members only live, and I didn't talk about it to vent about him. I talked about it to explain to the fans why we weren't doing the show with Blake. And something else that had gone on with Blake and Kelly. Like, that's the thing. Like, this guy was never on the radar like that. Anytime he got brought up by me was because of something that, like, he was just an extra. He was like an add-on. It wasn't, the focus was never on him. And then once Danks had the interview with Blake, he tried to insert himself because his name was mentioned and tried to like make it this big
show them when he said
manipulated Blake. Come on.
What he said on Yapper. The whole first half.
I did. I showed that right before you came on.
Stupid dude, bro. And the guy's like, I watched the first 30 minutes.
He's a liar. He's a liar.
So Pom Pom is in the chat, and Pom Pom, I think it's a she, the Pom Pom mom. Yeah. She said, do you guys know about the drama with AD Fleet and Coach? And then she said, this Barron and Fleet thing is directly connected to this guy, Black Line Breed, in my opinion.
Wait, what happened?
Said.
I haven't.
So if you look in the chat and scroll up to like 10 chats up in our little chat.
That Black Line brief had to do with the
AD Fleet and Barron drama. Yeah.
No,
I don't know. She said, in my opinion, no, I didn't see that at the end.
Yeah, I never heard anything about that.
I don't know if that's true or not. See, like, we'll call balls and strikes. You know what I mean? Like, we'll call how it is. I haven't heard of that.
Yeah. I heard different things that I'm not going to touch on. I'm not trying to.
When I told Barron yesterday about BLB and whatever he's done and lied on his name, he didn't even know. Like, he's like, who is that? So I doubt that's
what I mean. That's what I mean. Yo, more people know who this guy is because of me and Danks. Danks specifically, because he played the clip. But you know what I mean?
And then Ian played the clip. And then Jesse played the clip.
And like, look at the difference. Look at the difference. Like, I'm a new streamer, but ADN is a new streamer too. Like, we're both up and coming, and we're in the positions that we're in and building the connections that we're building, and like working with people like Danks because of the way that we conduct ourselves, because of the way that the relationships grew organically, you know. And like, the three of us all have our own relationships with each other, like talk separate, talk all to, you know what I mean? Like, and it's organic, it's genuine, and we have each other's backs. Like, this guy from day one was doing snake shit, and like, he went on his stream, he did a whole thing where he's dissing Jesse on Fire and Nate Valhalla, and then at the end of his stream, he told everyone he was working with Danks and that he had his fingers crossed that he was going to work with him. His fingers
they keep saying we want to know about the AD Fleet situation.
Listen, then you guys got to send Barron some supers and ask him. I don't think
he's not even going to talk. Don't even do that. Don't even do that.
I was trying to plug him for money. No, but nobody cares.
You don't need to plug him for money, bro.
I know.
Barron's got plenty.
No,
Not that I don't. Not that I wouldn't want him to have more.
Yeah,
wealth.
he's way above the drama. He's doing, you know what I mean. He's got a major platform. He's working on serious business. You know,
Let me show you guys
don't
a
need
couple
any of this
things
shit.
when you're ready.
Yeah, right here.
Yeah. I'm not going to show you more this email. I'm going to show you a bunch of. I just got see like people are watching, and they're sending me text messages right now about Black Library.
Yeah,
like there's so much dirt everywhere about.
Yeah, because the way he operates on a day-to-day basis.
I haven't read these yet, so we're just going to go through them and see what he says. And this was sent to me by, I'm not going to say who.
I already said who. I got sent on IG. Yeah. She was telling me to read them. I got sent on IG. No, I didn't show it because I don't go on IG on my computer.
Okay. That's what I would really like to talk to you about, Blake Bednarz. So this is April 1st. Okay. Remember, he just did multiple streams with him all week.
He worked with him, I think, on the 16th.
All month.
17th.
Last 2 months. Someone told me you work with him. I spoke with 2 ladies yesterday who hosted on an X Space, the BB Files. I don't care about him. I wish I never met him. So this is that Alley Top Files. She wants to say. So she said, I don't care. I don't want to even mention or talk about this person. So then he comes back and he says, I did 2 lives with him before he screwed me over, lied to me, used me, and tried to ruin my channel by saying crazy things on the live with me. This was just for me to know. Probably Kelly. Like I said, I was told from a very reliable, credible source that Kelly's responsible for getting her little lackeys to start attacking me. He's starting shit everywhere. He's just DMing like everywhere. Okay. I know for a fact Blake has multiple burner phones and fake accounts. He told me in a phone call and a text, and I think Blake and Kelly are for sure still working together. I've spoken with other people who said for a fact that they know who she is, the one that got creators to start attacking me on their lives. Like the dude is demented.
I like what Jesse said too, when he said, you don't just reach out to people you don't know and don't talk to with this type of information. That's what I think Blackline Brief should take away as a message to himself. Like, don't go in there talking to people about other creators that you don't know because you don't know their connections. So that's kind of just like a healthy thing to do. I don't go around messaging people about you guys to try and connect with somebody else. That's not normal. Like, we don't do that in this space. So I think that's where the red flag comes for us. And I think just said it really well.
He did. Let me tell you guys something. So the other day, I don't know, did you talk to Kelly at all recently? Did she tell you what happened about after Blackline Brief, his show, and then what happened?
I told you
about
I don't know if she wants that out there. I don't know if she talked about it on stream, so I don't think we should bring it up. I told you that.
If it's him that he did that is the most shady thing I've ever heard.
That's not just shady. That's
and she should know, right? She has the right to know. I wonder if that's true. I don't know if she said it was true. Like literally what he was doing is trying to basically get her swatted, if that's true, right? So basically she got, swatted. I would just put it like that.
Yeah, she had people show up at her door over a lie. Like a day or two after he was trashing her on stream.
After the stream, you know what I mean? So it's very odd, and that's never happened before. So he then goes on and literally lies and puts Baron's words, takes them and puts his own words in Baron's mouth. And I had to literally send this recording. And I said all of the things, because what he said was that about Jesse's theory, what swatted Lemon Curd? Swatted is when people show up at your home, like the police or government officials, and they try to. Someone said some things about you that could get you thrown in jail or whatever, stuff like that. Basically, they'll come in guns blazing if like things are wild. You can get killed.
And for the record, nobody showed up guns blazing. It wasn't a swatting, but there were officials that showed up to the house over bullshit. It was a bullshit tip.
I'm not going to read the whole thing.
Kelly had to deal with.
But I'll read. I'll just say, like, this is on March 8th. This is continuous back and forth of me still being respectful, but giving him what the truth is. Matt, I'm reaching out again because I'm now finding that you're saying Barron is making excuses for Jesse on Fire's theory. That's not accurate. I'm attaching his words to help correct the record and show you what he said. And so what he basically said, a Black Line Brief, about Barron is that I don't know why Barron is even entertaining Jesse on Fire's theory. He needs to say, like, he needs to tell him what to say. He needs to say that, and it's so funny because Barron did say this. He said, I don't know why Barron isn't just saying that Jesse's research isn't good for the investigation and it could throw people off and not want to dive deeper. If people think he's alive, they'll stop searching. And I think it's just ridiculous. I don't know what's up with Barron. He's saying all of these things and putting words in Barron's mouth and saying that Barron isn't being pragmatic about Jesse on Fire when he completely was. I said, he said all the things that he ended up saying, and I won't show the clip. I mean, because it's kind of long, it's 5 minutes, but I'll basically put a justification of what he said. He said he doesn't believe Charlie is alive. He said he believes he's 100% dead. He said from a moral perspective, he refuses to buy the theory. He said his concern is that the series could pull people out of the real investigation the same way Q sidelined millions of political active people during Trump's first term. He called Jesse a good broadcaster and said the series is interesting, but that he thinks it does more harm than good to the overall investigation. The reason why I put all of these things there is because he basically said, why doesn't Jesse say those things, or Barron say these things? So I specifically put them there to let him know, and I put the video so he can watch it. And I said, I'm telling you this because I'm not interested in drama privately. Like, I've never aired this out, right? I'm not taking it any of this public, but you have to be more careful. This is now a pattern. You've misrepresented my position. Now you're misrepresenting Barron's position. And you've taken Barron's Bays out of context also. Multiple times, the actual record directly contradicts what you've told your audience. Watch the clip I'm sending and listen to his actual words. Then ask yourself if what you said on your stream was correct. I'm looking out for you here. If someone did this to you, took your words, reframed them, and presented them to an audience as something you never said, you'd want someone to tell you. That's what I'm doing. Tighten up. The people in this space who are doing real work deserve better than being mischaracterized because someone didn't do their homework first. Every step along the way, I've been as kind as I possibly could and respectful and tried to help him in each email, each correspondence. His response was just, I mean, I could show what he responded, but I mean, whatever. I mean, how much am I gonna? I've got endless emails. It's just like back and forth because he won't stop emailing. It took so much of my time.
Well, and it shows you did try and do this privately. So the criticism did not stop on his behalf, because you're a good person. I know you because of off-screen relationship, and you've taken me under your wing. It's not like you would purposely ever try and do someone dirty, from my experience with you. So I just want to speak to your character because
I appreciate it. Yeah.
I feel like this, people are saying, oh, it's drama. It's like, no, these people are trying to make Danks' character and Bays' character out to be something it's not. I know these people behind the scenes. And obviously, Danks is going out of his way to talk to this person who is a newer creator. And then they are going behind his back, doing all these shady things. It matters to us because it's our reputation. It's not just because it's drama. It's a reputational thing. So just wanted to put that out there.
Thank you. Yeah. You're right. It's true. So that's really the gist of it. I other than that, I really, I think it's important that people know who we're actually dealing with, because if you don't and you just think it's high school drama or that we're just stirring the pot for content, you're sadly mistaken. Like, you're very much mistaken, because all I'm really trying to do is let people know that this dude is out here and will hunt for dirt on you, smile to your face, do shows with you, let you prop him up, while at the very same time trying to literally destroy your career.
Yeah, he'll act like he's your friend while he's taking the information that you're giving him and going around to other people trying to trade it. Like, that's basically what he's trying to do.
Yeah, he's trying to trade dirt for,
which is literally what feds do.
Well, yeah, and
I'm not calling him a Fed. I'm just saying that
I think
is
the
Fed-like
Constitution
behavior.
was the master class on how to handle that. Even if you have off-screen things that are put to bed already, you know, that's how you handle it professionally, because it is a business. This is people's livelihoods, and going around talking about people and trying to get dirt on them is bad behavior. It's just not something that people should be doing. I'm not going around asking for stuff on Black Line Brief. I'm not going around asking for stuff on Blake. I make my content about what's going on in the world, not like who are these people. So that's why I think it's good you guys are exposing this, because it does happen, and it's not just going to happen to you. So it's a lesson for everyone to watch out.
Yo, I was telling Danks last night that this guy, Black Line Brief, that he's like creepy as hell, that he gives me like real stalker vibes. And like, it's like the kind of stalker that like you wake up in the middle of the night and he's like standing half out of your closet with the lights off, just watching you sleep. Freaky as hell.
Annie in Michigan said, "Who's the person who joined Bays and Dank? Missed when she joined." This is American Discourse News. She's got a up and coming YouTube channel. She's probably one of the, I would say probably one of the most, not probably, she is, in my opinion, one of the most intellectual and interesting commentators and researchers in this space. And she's going to blow up. Oh, that's why I fucks with her. I think that you do great work, and it's a privilege to know who you are. You should go and subscribe to her Club Vatra, her YouTube, and all that, because she deserves to be watched. Like every time she hits the nail on the mark, she gets way more views than I get on most of my videos. Like, so every time, like, she's learning to hit like the content the right way. And because of being like, everyone goes through this phase where you learn like what content resonates, how to go about it, and she's picking up and doing exactly what she needs to do. And when you hit it, dude, and all your content is great. I think
thanks. Remember last week when I went to the DMV? When I told you I was dealing with all that crap, I was actually listening to a video from ADN while I was driving, and it was so good that I had to call her on the way back, and she was so happy because the video was about millennials, and she said that she was like catching a lot of hell, and I'm like, why? I'm like, there's so many details, like this is so good. And it just goes to show you that sometimes, like, especially when you're making like the intellectual stuff and you have like the you know, it's the information that's like really at the heart of it, that you might have people like that aren't really thinking about it or aren't like that intellectual or into the intellectual stuff that will just hate on it. And, you know, like it was just so good.
Share my screen.
Fun too. Like it was about millennials and basically who they are as voters, and that's kind of all of us. And we're coming up in power now. Like a lot of millennials are content creators, or they're going to be politicians, things like that. So I don't know, but I did not get very many views on that.
Yeah, it's a shame. I gotta cover it then.
It's the one.
You do great work though. I think that like, yeah, I mean, like even for your size, 1.6K, like so this is one thing, like I'll tell just for anybody like out there making content, or like there's Ali in here, there's Jordan I've seen, you know, a lot of times like we don't know what to do when it comes to content specifically. Like we want to do certain things, and like the best advice I could tell you is that when you actually hit a video that like this, for example, right, she did this video, she's look at you're taking my advice. What David Wilcock would exposing about UFO, she got 1.7K. You bleed that sucker until there's no more blood left in that, no more juice left in that. You just keep squeezing it. So
yeah,
David
don't do what I did.
Yeah, I did like 5 videos.
The next one, David Wilcock, 24K. The next one, David Wilcock, 2.3K. The next one, David Wilcock, 3.8K. The next one, what is this? More David Wilcock? Probably. Yep. Police audio reveals what they're not telling you about David Wilcock. 3.2K. She switched up. She went broader ecosystem. 321. So it's okay. Like you don't want to like become only David Wilcock. It's important, but and so she's learning that. And there is a way to actually do that, what she did. So to get the views that she wanted, but she'll figure it out over time. And that's what's great is she's trying. Every day she's like putting content, she's doing lives like 2 weeks, 13 days, 10 days, 7 days, 5 days, but she's got lives, you know, so continuously doing lives weekly, every couple of days, whatever it is. this is how you do it. And I'm glad to know you, man. I mean, you had what, 1,000 subs or less when I met you, something like that.
I think I just hit monetization around that.
Yeah. So yeah, you're doing great, dude.
Thank you. Appreciate you guys.
I
appreciate you.
I do have a live stream coming on in 45 minutes. I set the redirect because I'm member admin on your channel. I set the redirect to go to my live at that time. Whenever you end your show, if you do after I go live.
Yeah, I gotta end. I gotta end before 2 o'clock. I was gonna do it a little bit earlier, but you know, I'll be on for a little bit.
All right. Yeah, I can. I'm gonna go get ready and I'm gonna get it started. And then, what time do you have to get off? It's what, 1:15 for you,
buddy? You could boost it up to 15 minutes. I got stuff to do. I could wrap it up. You give me a reason.
No. I'm saying I have it scheduled for 11. So, would you prefer if I started it earlier?
That's what I was saying.
Okay. Well, then let me get ready.
We're on different time zones.
I'll be here. I'm just gonna get prepared.
Said it. I still got to read. I don't have that many supers, but I got a couple supers. And you know, if you're gonna go, I could chat with ADN for a little bit. Set it for it's 1:15 my time. Set it for 1:45.
Okay. Yeah.
So
I'll put it
wrapped
for
up by then anyway.
I mean, you kicking me off? I'll stick around. I'll just keep quiet while I'm over here.
Well, I thought that was what you said. All right, let me read a couple.
Well, I said I gotta get ready. I mean, I'm getting ready. Well, yeah, okay, I'll bounce. I'll catch you guys.
No, don't bounce. Hang out. I'm not kicking you. What are you talking
about?
Do
what you want,
Hank. Yeah, let me read these.
Yeah, I'm good. I want to.
Elena gifted a membership. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. And guys, if you want to support the channel, becoming a member is definitely the way to do it. And that is where I spill the tea. If this was your type of episode, like this is the type of thing that I would do on a members only, that I wouldn't do on a public. It's
Put a poll in the chat. Find out. Do they like it or not? This type of episode.
Yeah, that's a good idea. All right.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do that. I'm gonna read these first and then I will. But what I was saying is, like, my members only is where I get a little more personal and I will talk about stuff like the public stuff. I try to keep it on the information, you know, stuff that I do research on, obviously collaborations, if I cover other content. But like when I get more personal and, you know, a little bit of peek in the, you know, behind the curtain, behind the scenes stuff, I normally keep that to my members only. So if you want to support the channel and you like this kind of content where you'll get the dirt, that's the way to do it. And then,
poll up for you.
Oh, you did it?
You like this? So I put a poll up for Bays. Do you appreciate this live stream and like this content today? Yes or no? There's 290 people in here on YouTube. Please go cast a vote.
Yes. All right, $20. Thank you very much from Looking for Answers. Thank you for being honest and real, because everything you have said is spot on. And you know what? It's a lot easier to know that the stuff that I'm saying and Danks and ADN are saying is spot on, because we have the receipts. Like, that makes it so much easier. Like, you're not getting hearsay. You know, it might be some drama. It might be like podcaster drama, but it's not hearsay. Like, we have the receipts.
100%.
Thank you very much. Oh, Looking for Answers again. Another $10. Thank you very much. Matt seems to be running the Blake playbook. Get ignored, get offended, then spiral publicly. He couldn't get anywhere with Danks and got bitter once he realized he wasn't going to be welcomed in the circle. Yes, that's exactly what it is. And we have the trail of emails and we have the trail of content. And the same way that the emails, you know, they get a little shorter, they get a little more, you know, not so nice as they go on. Same thing. You see it's parallel with his content. In the beginning, he's like, yeah, guys, I'm working with Danks. He hasn't said he's going to work with me, but my fingers are crossed. So, like, you know, he didn't say fuck Danks, but he's like, you know, and Danks and Baines and
might as well,
like whining about us. Yeah. Like you see the energy change in the content the same way that it changes in the emails, and the entire time he's doing snake shit behind the scenes. So, I mean, I say it all the time. When people tell you who they are every single day, and you need to listen. When people tell you who they are, believe them. Believe them.
And one more thing. Danks did not say no. He first of all said, I would be willing to go on yours and not right now. Those are two different answers. And a lot of people that are extremely successful here and not right now. And then they're the people being begged on their shows later on. So if he would have went at that with a different mindset, he could have been in a different spot right now. It's also a teachable moment, right? Because greatness doesn't happen, in 1 month, right? Think about Kobe Bryant. That's someone who was like an underdog when he was younger and then just got really good. It's like these stories build up over time. So I feel like you gave him a polite answer and it wasn't a no.
Correct. You're absolutely right. I thought about that while I was reading. I was like, wow, I didn't even know I said that.
Yeah, I felt like that was an open door conversation, and he has made it so the door is shut. That's on him. That's not on you.
Yeah, and Danks wasn't even doing anything to test him. He was just establishing a boundary. He was still interacting. He wasn't blowing him off. They were giving each other advice. Danks actually went to him one time for information. He was reliable. Like that right there was a foundation for a potential relationship. But the second that he felt entitled and didn't get what he wanted when he wanted it, he lashed out. And that's fucked up. Like that's fucked up.
And on top of it, he said, no hard feelings, blah, 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 blah. All good, 100%. I appreciate you, blah, blah, blah. I support you. Bro, you're a fucking lying scumbag, piece of shit snake. If you ever react to this content, you can react to it all you want. But if you ever lie again, we have endless, all the way down to your military career, everything, bro. So don't even fuck around and try to find out. I'm good. I'm done. I'm not going to speak on this publicly anymore unless it randomly comes up. I'm done after this. So I'd encourage Black Line Brief. You can go and tell him yourselves if you want. I'm sure he's going to watch this. Please, bro, do yourself a favor. Keep covering.
I bet he's watching right now.
The smartest thing you did was cover something else last night. It took courage. I'll give you this. It took a lot of courage yesterday after all of us said these things. Aired you out. It took a lot of courage to go live last night. You flipped the subject. You did a different thing. It's very smart. That was great work on your behalf. You complained about it for like 30 minutes, but whatever. I get it. So keep doing your thing, bro. Like I'm still like, hey, man, if you shape up and stop being a snake, which I don't think I can forgive all of this. But at the same time, you obviously have something special. Like a lot of people defended you, bro. Said I was being like ignorant or whatever. I didn't know what I was. A lot of people. You'd be surprised. So Matt, if you are watching this, just make content and stop trying to air people out and be grateful for anybody working with you when you've done so much. Now you're going to have a much tougher time, but if I were you, I would just own it and say, you know what? I made mistakes. Like I didn't know what to do. I was hurt. Like more people respect that than you continuously making up bullshit about how we're not showing the whole truth. Do I have to read every single email and every single text message until you say it? Or you will that's the problem, is you will never admit that you're wrong. And that's scary. Because narcissists are like that. Nice to your face. Here I am again. Nice to your face. And snake to the back. Nobody wants that. So just
what the craziest part is
for you, and just keep your head on straight and keep doing what you're doing. And it'll naturally happen, whatever you want. That's what I've been doing. That's what Baze has been doing. That's what ADN's doing. And not that we're your representation of what you should be, but you deserve for yourself. And all of this is not only to teach people in the creator space a lesson about being careful, but it's also to teach you, Matt, Black Line Brief, that you don't know who you're fucking with until it's too late. And you don't want to be in that position. So with that being said, I'll pray for you. And I hope that you do the right thing moving forward. But if you continue to lie on me and my friends and my collaborators and the people that I trust in this space, you will continue to destroy your credibility until you have no more viewers left. And I will make that a promise. And it's not a threat. All I'm saying is the more you do it, it will happen naturally. People will stop coming and listening to your whining, crying, lying bullshit. And every time you do and you mention me or my homies, you will get aired out again.
And
So
dude, you know what the craziest part is? Like, he had already been in with Blake while Blake was in with us. Although, like, we didn't really know Blake that well. We'd only worked with him like once and talked to him once or twice. But still, like, he had already made a connection with somebody that we were connecting with. And had he have actually reached out to me, because like I said, all this happened when I first started streaming. Dude, if this guy would have like sent me a super or emailed me or reached out and said, hey, I'm a content creator too, like, I could have talked to him. You know what I mean? Like, maybe I would have liked him and I would have told Danks, like, hey, you know, I know this other guy. Like, why don't we, you know, like, that's the type of person that I am. I do that with other content creators all the time. You know, like, you really fucked up. Instead, you got jealous of me and resented me and started lying on my name and trashing me publicly when you knew nothing about me, and you just burnt your bridge. And then all of a sudden you try to make videos and go on other shows saying that we're like pushing your fake fantasy narratives that you say that we're pushing, and saying that we're bullying you for no reason. And you only got dragged in because of Blake. Like, no, you're a liar. You're pathetic. You're a loser. And I wish you actually had a career so I could fucking end it.
I feel like on this topic, I feel like he's allowed to speculate. He can have his own opinions. We do that at times. Where I'm not okay with the situation is going behind people's backs and trying to get dirt on them, like the Project Constitution thing, and maybe misrepresenting what people are actually saying. That's not okay. You're allowed to speculate. We all are. We're all allowed to get on here and have a civil discussion about what we think people are doing. He can even speculate on what he thinks other creators are doing. But it's not okay to go around and talk about people in a light that's not actually like true. Like you're just saying things that were not true, like about the Baron thing, Danks, you brought up, and then also just trying to get like dirt on people because they don't want to work with you. That's where my line is drawn.
yes,
I will comment on the situation because I make my own speculation sometimes based on the patterns that I see. We're all supposed to do that. That's part of our freedom of speech. It's how you think things out, and that's why he has a platform. But to kind of go behind people's backs when they haven't necessarily done anything to you, that's where this situation doesn't sit well with me. And so, you know, that's where
helping you, you know, giving you advice and being friendly and like responding. Like I don't like ask anybody. I hardly ever respond to my emails. And so the fact that I even took the time out of me owning 2 startup companies, a development software company for another company, like I have 2 YouTube channels, an X account. They both are like super busy. You know, I have to stay very active. Like all of that time that I'm growing my stuff, I'm emailing him day in and day out and being helpful, you know, and it's just so, it feels so backstabby garbage. And like, you don't respect my time, bro. You know, it hurts. It's annoying. It's just like, it doesn't hurt. It's just fucking gay is what it is, to be honest with you. Stupid, bro. You don't respect anyone. You don't appreciate anyone. You say you do things and then you do other behind their back. You're just you need to go and find Jesus, bro, is what you need to do. You say you're a Christian and all this. I hope you are. And I pray that you will go closer, because right now what I see is not that. I see something else. It's a fake. I'm a Christian. I'm a believer. I hope I'm wrong, but what it looks like to me is you're using Christianity and you're trying to use it against us, saying he's not Christian when he just showed you he's baptized.
And make no mistake, I have the receipts on that.
I'm not calling anyone's religion out. Sorry. I just want to get the rest of this out. I'm not calling out religion. And, you know, I pray that you are, but it's not very Christian-like to go and do all of the things that we've shown. If you haven't seen this whole live stream, you need to go back from when I got on here specifically and watch everything that I have shown. And it's only 10%. Okay. I have 10 times more shit behind here of people and things and texts and DMs, and just nobody likes you, bro. Right now, nobody likes you. God wants people to like you. So please, for your sake, pray about it and you'll get the right answers. And I will pray for you as well. I promise you that. I will. I'm done.
What I was going to say is I have people that have looked into this guy's history. And there is some, you know, Whatever. He knows. I don't have to give any more hints, but he fucking knows. You know, like I just want you to know that I know. I know. So unless you want everyone to know, you should really never freaking say any of our names again. There you go. And Danks doesn't even know. That's why he's looking at me right now. He's like, "Yo, what you got, bro? Like, what are you?"
No, I'm just
out?
preparing for the live stream.
Yeah, no, it's not that I'm holding out on you. It's just it's not my story to tell. Someone else has the receipts, and that will be up to them. I said I wouldn't spoil it, but like I said, there's a lot more where this came from. A lot more where this came from.
Not surprised, like just how you're getting it. It's just crazy. It's just like I keep like my inbox is flooded with shit from him about him. It's just like
All right, let me keep going with the supers. We got $3. Thank you from Steven Dixon. Dude, you're a good dude. Dude, thank you very much. We got 5 gifted memberships from the Dankster. Thank you very much. And guys, Danks did this poll. I'm actually gonna end it right now. How many votes we got? There are 107 votes. We asked, do you guys, do you appreciate this live stream and like this content today? 88% of you said yes, and there is 107 votes. Well, this is the type of content that I do on my members only, and I don't even have 107 members. So if you like this content and you want to see more and you want to support the channel, then you could become a member. And if you are a member and you want to support it, you could always give some memberships. I greatly appreciate it. But anyway, let's keep going. The next is, oh, this one's going to be good. This one's going to be good. West Texas is the best Texas. Dude, you are freestyling. You are freestyling like a motherfucker. I have never said unmarked bills in my life. Yes, you did. You lying fucking rat fuck. Yes, you did. Like, I want $100,000 in unmarked bills and assurances. Yes, you did. Don't lie. Don't. If you have the recording and I miss,
he had the recording.
Yeah, then air it. Air it. If you got it, play it, and I'll own up to it. But in my mind, I remember the words unmarked bills, and I will, until I hear otherwise, I'm sticking to it. But he's like, dude, you're freestyling like a motherfucker. I've never said unmarked bills in my life. Have you heard of crypto, bro? If this were even remotely true, I'd ask for Bitcoin. Massive lie, everyone. Yo, you are full of shit. And you know what? You can ask Kelly Raybon because she was on the call too. She was on the call too. She can tell you. She can tell you. Yo, Blake, yeah, this is why. How could you guys hate Blake? Yo, he's so funny. And you see how I am? You see how I am? I'm not gonna not pull up that comment. You guys like, oh, you're gonna platform him. Yo, I'm sitting here ripping him. I'm trying, like, you guys realize the situation here. I'm literally waking up in the morning saying, what am I gonna do? What am I gonna talk about today? Oh, everyone's still talking about Blake. I got a little more. Hold on, let me call Blake and give him a heads up. Ring, 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 ring. Doesn't answer. All of a sudden, he's texting in the group chat, trying to talk to Danks in front of me, like talking about other shit. I'm like, bro, pick up your phone. He's like ghosting me. It's like, all right, well, you know what? You know I'm going live. And then he leaves the comment, and I'm happy to pull it up and give him the platform, as you guys say. But we got Republic Tea Room. Yo, one of my new faves, because she is the one that sent Blackline Brief, the super, that got him caught lying to another podcaster about knowing me. So thank you for that. And you gifted a membership. Yo, you are a real one. You're definitely getting some free freaking merch. Cubby, $10. Thank you very much. I'm a friend of Real Bays. Jealous much? People amaze me. Drama queens, what are they? 5? That's a good point. Love and Compassion, a new member. Thank you very much. Michelle, new member. Thank you very much. Appreciate you. Another new member. Well,
they want the tea.
Yeah. Leon's born. And then we got Death, member for 2 months. I owe some gifted subs for the last live. I promised them at 250 likes for America's 250th birthday. Then I fell asleep. Stay based. Oh, dude, you don't owe me nothing. Oh my God, look at this. 10 gifted memberships, yo.
Wow. Shout out.
Very grateful. Very grateful. You are a real one for that. I truly, truly appreciate it. But yeah, and guys, like I was saying, not every not every members only live is like drama, but that is where I spill the tea, as people like to say. Oh, we got zero in the building. So Blake Bednarz is not denying the claim about asking for 100K to go away. Just the unmarked Bills part. Classy. Yeah, yeah, but that's true. That's true. He's trying to, he never asked for it in crypto. He's trying to, his story is that he wants 100K in crypto. You know what? In hindsight, I could actually believe that. I was laughing so hard while I was listening, though, so it was muffled. Did he say crypto? No, I like to believe unmarked bills. But if it wasn't unmarked bills, it was definitely crypto. There was a tag to that. There was a tag to that. It was 100 marked bill. Yeah, he's like, I want 100K in and assurances, and my head was just spinning. I'm like, assurances, 100 grand? Like, what the hell did I get myself involved in? You know what I mean? Like. And I'm on the phone with him. He's like, I got all the receipts. I recorded everybody. They're all feds. They're all out to get me. They're going to be out to get you. I'm like, yo, like, what the fuck is going on? Then I got people emailing me about the mod drama. I'm like, yo, like, should I have even started a YouTube channel? This is insane. Yeah, and that's the thing with Blake. You talk to Blake on the outside and you spend more than a half hour on the phone. It's hard for him not to get in your head in some way. And I think that is the reason why Candace wanted to distance herself too and stay away, because I think she just got that vibe, because she said the same thing that I did, that like the spider senses are tingling, and it's like, nah, like this is not good energy. I just got to get away and just, but I still love the guy. Nothing against him. I hope he gets his shit together.
My thing is to call him a character. Like, he's just a character. He's his own thing.
Shiny Disco Ball, $2. Thank you very much. Your thumbnail. Just saying. Looking good. Yeah, thank you very much.
I like the thumbnail.
I took pride in that one. We got more new members. We got Dawn. Thank you very much. We got Jacqueline Jones. Thank you very much. Yeah, no, I always try to do something special for the members only live. And I don't know if any of you guys ever watched the X Spaces. I know we got some people watching on X. Oh, wow. I got 600 watching on X. Danks obviously didn't restream it out because usually they're all on his, but that's totally fine. Gets me out. Yo, shout out to Danks too, even though you're right here. You are the man. I hope you know that. You know that.
Yeah, man.
Every day. You too.
I wanted to
I love my
come
team.
on and yeah, you're the homie, bro. Like, I've never had I've had a lot of fake friends in this industry. I've been around for a minute. And Baze has been like the realest motherfucker I've met in this space, like for real, from day one. I can't, like, I am very, he knows, I'm not very, I just don't trust people. Like, and he naturally gained my trust. Maybe he's the actual Fed. I don't know. He's so damn good. If you are a Fed, like, take notes from Baze, okay? Because he's a pro. But no, I'm just saying, like,
yo, Blake Bednarz right now. I knew it. I told y'all.
Yeah, man. But no, it's like when you're real, like, I will ride or die for the homies. And that's it, bro. Like, there's no question. I got his back. He's got mine. And I didn't tell him to make any of these videos. You know what I mean? He was upset that, like, tell him why you made this video. You know what I mean? Why you made the one yesterday? Why are you talking about it now? It's not just about you. It's about me.
No,
it
was other thing. It was another person that I'm not even another person. A couple of other people. Like, this motherfucker has either taken shots or has been spreading rumors or trying to get at not just me, not just Danks, but at least 2 other people that are like in my circle. You know what I mean? Like he is like really starting trouble. And I just sat back and I watched. I was just collecting the receipts and I'm just telling myself, like, yo, he's a nobody. Like, nobody cares. Nobody cares. But then when Blake started, getting big over all this drama and his name got played on that Ian Carroll video that got 1 million views. And I'm thinking, like, he might try to use this as a way to, like, shape the narrative and try to, like, lie to everybody and flip the story on me and Danks. I'm like, fuck that. fuck that. And I sat there. He did a 3-hour live the other day where I saw he manipulate. Like I'm sitting there reading the receipts I have of him trying to sell Blake out, and him and the other girl that was on the stream with him are sitting there talking about how he's got like some kind of degree in psychology or behavioral analysis or something like that. It's like, okay, so you're a professional fuck with the head type person. Blake is professionally fucked in the head, and you're manipulating him to apologize to you and act like we did something wrong. It's like, fuck that. I'm like, no, I'm going to air this guy out. I'm going to let the whole world know the whole thing. I'm going to show the receipts, show the timeline, how everything went down, and let everyone make up their own minds. And then you saw his reaction the same day that Danks did the interview with Blake, where he played the clip from my other members only live, which if you are a new member, you could watch. I'll show you the one. It's a 3-hour episode and you could get caught up real quick. But this guy was on a stream with somebody. You know what? We got enough more people. I'm going to pull this up. I'm going to play this one more time. If you already saw this, I'm sorry. But like this right here is who Black Line Brief is in a nutshell. And Republic knows what I'm about to play. Hold on. Let me get it. But watch this. Watch this and tell me that this isn't all you need to see, okay? After everything that you've heard. This is the same day that Danks did the interview with Blake where he got brought up, where Ian Carroll restreamed it out and blasted it out, and where I made public the story of the falling out with Blake that just happened to include Black Line Brief. This is the same day that all that came out. This is that night with this guy on a show with another streamer that didn't know about any of this shit. So the same day that Danks interviewed Blake and Ian Carroll live streamed it out, this guy, Matt, Black Line Brief, whatever we're going to call him, went on a stream with this other gentleman named Jay the Yapper. And look what happened. This is just amazing.
Let me read a couple of
Make some coffee.
Okay, Jed said, BL Bays secret recordings.
He's getting a super about something I said in the video that I put out that day.
Jed.
The super is asking about that $100,000 in unmarked bills, saying BB for Blake Bednarz sells Bay's secret recordings of Candace Owens talking about Brian Harpole, except he got confused because there wasn't actually a sale.
How do you expect me to make sense of that? Can you make sense of that?
Blake Bednarz, right? That's his name.
Yeah.
Sell Bay's secret recordings.
Yes, of CO talking about
what is
Brian
Bays?
I don't know what Bays is.
You see how quick he said it? He don't know what Bays is.
No, Bays.
He's trying to figure it out. What's Bays? Who's Bays? Look at that pause.
I don't know.
No.
Yeah. Sorry, I'd answer it, man, if I knew what it meant. Let me read this one.
He doubles down. He says, sorry, I would answer it if I knew what it meant. And the other guy's just like confused because he has no idea what's going on. And then a little while later, he gets another super.
We got Republic Tea Room said, when Blake Bednarz said CO has lots of folks on her side who fight against him, he forgets Erica Kirk has the power of the White House propaganda on her side who fight all of us. Next.
Who's Real Bays though? I don't even know who that is.
It's a nobody.
I'm behind.
He's a nobody.
But you do know who that is though?
Now look at the look on his face. He's like, wait, you do know who that is? And now this guy's like, wait, you know him? You know who that is?
Yeah, him and a bunch of people attacked me personally.
Him and a bunch of people attacked him personally. Now he's talking about all the people that he's been trashing for months that probably don't even know he exists. I mean, I didn't know he existed. The only reason I even found out about the stuff that he was saying about me was because of the whole thing with Blake. Otherwise, I'd have never known. You know, Jesse probably doesn't know who he is. Valhalla probably doesn't. I don't think any of these guys know him. It's like, dude, nobody knows you. You know, and it's ironic because you got all salty with all of us because Danks didn't want to work with you. But more people know your name now because of Danks than they were ever going to, and not in a good way. And it's nobody's fault but your own.
Oh, okay.
So did you watch the live today with Danks and Blake Bednarz?
Come clean, man.
The first 25-ish minutes.
There was a part where Danks played a video of Bays attacking me and attacking
this guy looks so confused.
First, I'll just say this.
Look at his face.
Thank you so much for giving me all this attention. I'm not even offended that this whole video, do you think the Candace Owens and Blake Bednarz beef and the Brian Harpole lawsuit have anything to do with me?
You know.
Yeah. So why would Danks make over half of the live today?
Half of the live.
But like what involves
now
you?
he's even more confused because he saw the first half and he didn't hear his name once.
So in my opinion,
in your opinion, here you go with your opinions again.
Moment with Blake. Okay. He doesn't like me personally. I've never attacked Danks or Bays or Kelly or Jordan personally.
Never.
My issue with them is that they're spouting a theory that does nothing positive to this investigation, saying
at this point, me, Blake, Kelly, and Danks had done once talking about the theory that Charlie's still alive. As you guys know, Jesse and Kelly are both strong on that theory. Now, this is months ago. This is before I even knew that this guy existed. This is after he emailed Danks asking if he was friends with me. This is after he said my name like 3 or 4 times. Me and Danks have been kind of back and forth, but that's only because we're trying to be objective and we're looking at the evidence that we have and all the weirdness going on. And that's not something that we were trying to like really push out and shove down everybody's throats.
It's crazy. And to tell me that he faked his death, is alive, running the show, calling all the shots.
We never said that Charlie faked his own death and was calling all the shots and running the show. Like, I don't know where he got that from.
And a lot of the people that are saying this, I'm not going to name personally, but.
All right, so he said a lot. And keep in mind, I don't know who this guy is at this point. And he's saying that there's a lot of people sprouting this. They're not true believers. He's not going to say any names. Let's see where it goes.
I don't think they're Christian. No,
okay.
Like publicly, I think that they've said that they're.
Okay, so now he's saying that he doesn't think that they're Christians. I know I'm a Christian. I got baptized not too long before this. I mean, part of the foundation of me and Danks' friendship was conversations that we had early on about finding our faith. Yo, look at those eyes, though. Tell me that he doesn't give you, like, freaky stare at you in the closet in the middle of the night in the dark. Like, you just wake up and he's, like, right there just watching you sleep.
I feel like it's giving guilty because he obviously feels guilty for lying.
Yo, oh, my God. Chat, put a 1 in the chat if this guy freaks you the hell out. Like, just picture it. You're laying in bed, all right? You wake up in the middle of the night. You're not even, like, up enough to get up and get a glass of water. And, you know, there's rain and thunder outside. It's pitch black in your room. But the lightning strikes, and you see a little glare. Like, you see a little light in the room for a second. And you look in your closet, and you see that face staring at you while you're sleeping. That would creep me the fuck out. Yeah, I'm telling you, this guy, I shouldn't have even been doing this live. He might like try to like come to my house or something. I don't know. Fucking weirdo.
They're not current active believers. Yep. Bays is part of the problem too, man.
See, why is he saying my name? Again, I didn't even know who this guy was. And now here we are. It's March 7th. I still don't know who this guy is. I'm about to do the last stream that I ever do with Blake Bednarz before we kick him off of Saturdays. And he actually goes into our chat and starts commenting, causing Blake to just jump ship. Now, apparently Kelly knew what was going on. Danks knew what was going on. And I was totally oblivious. And as soon as I found out, I had called Blake out. There was a falling out. I mean, I explained that in the other video. I don't have to get into it now. But let's hear what he has to say now.
Support the war with Iran. Yes. 100%. I think people that don't know Charlie, like certain people, okay, people that showed up on the scene after Charlie died, they were not followers of Charlie. None of them were.
You know what's funny, though? I was like sending I started my investigation into Charlie literally the day he left the board. I was sending supers and tips since October. I started my channel in December, even though I didn't start going live till end of February. This guy popped up in January. Like, did you know Charlie? Like, they didn't know Charlie. No, they didn't. It's like, did you know Charlie? Like, where the hell did you come from? You popped up in January. You know, you had 7,000 followers overnight, and then you started trying to control the narrative, not producing anything.
Nope. No, they weren't. Danks, Bays, Kelly, Matt at Trigger Smart. They weren't. Jesse on Fire, Valhalla, Gary, none of them were. No, they weren't. Nope.
And now he's like making this like a weird personal thing, and he's like dropping all these names.
Drama. I don't want infighting. I don't want back and forth. I just feel that I've never really told my whole side.
It's not infighting if you're not on the inside, bro.
Into
on the outside looking in.
And what was going on in his own sphere with other people.
Now, when he says Blake's own sphere with other people, he's trying to imply me and Danks, but it couldn't be any further from the truth. Let's break it down. All right, now this is Black Line Breed. Oh no, that wasn't. I opened and closed with that.
Listen to. I don't think so. and then how I kind of got dragged into all that. I didn't even want to have to like do any of this. I hadn't been talking about Danks and Bass. I don't know what to do. I'm very uncomfortable right now. I'm just being honest. When I started this, I never thought that like any of this would happen.
Fucked with the wrong
I
people,
ever
bro.
offended Bass and Danks and Jesse, I'm sorry. I never said anything about you personally. Personally. I don't know you.
Yeah, that's right. You don't know me, but you did say things personally. You questioned my faith. You made false accusations about my theories with the Charlie Kirk case. You freaking accused me of supporting TPUSA and Erica Kirk and the war with Iran. Like, you said a lot of personal shit. You made this personal because you got jealous. I didn't know you. I never said anything about you. Not personally, not personally. Like, I was totally oblivious while you were starting all this shit. And even before you met Blake, you were running your mouth about Jesse on Fire and Valhalla VFT and lying about working with Danks. So no, nobody dragged you into anything. You inserted yourself. And then you fucking begged for the spotlight and you got it. And now it burns. And it sucks to be you. And from here on out, keep my fucking name out of your mouth and stick to the UFOs. All right. That's it. That's all I have to say on the issue.
Well, and the only people that knew Charlie when this happened was Candace. So anybody else, none of their work matters towards the investigation. It's not a fair assessment at all.
And I've been covering this for about 3 hours today. And if you really want to get the whole scoop, he covered this for 3 hours the other day. You can watch his and you can watch mine and you can come to your own conclusions. In fact, I encourage you if you're actually that interested, because believe me, it'll be nothing but a giant credibility boost for us, not just myself. Hold on, let me read a few more of these before we go. All right, we did that one. New member, Mom Ranger, thank you very much. We got Michelle, always loyal, and I'll fight for y'all in rooms you're not in. Dankster first, you, B, this group lifted me when I was hurting, and I love you guys. Thank you so much. We love you too. Like, we really care about this community. You know, like we don't just like say it as a freaking tagline. Like, we like you know, me, Danks, and I'm not gonna speak on ADN because I don't know like how much, you know, personal messages and whatnot that you've got, like how far you've gone, you know, with people that watch. But like, we've interacted with people a lot. Like, a few people I've even given my number to, and if I did, you better not give it to anybody else. But numbers, DMs, emails, like I from time to time I send free stuff out to some of my followers, especially the members. But yeah, just throw that in there. And there's one person I still gotta send Risky Rich his. I think there was one other one too from the Easter giveaway that didn't get theirs. I gotta check it. So if you're that one person, don't worry. I know that there were two. I have another shipment that I'm doing out this week. But Risky Rich, because he's overseas, I know I didn't send his yet. So if you're watching, if you see this, it's coming. My bad.
Let me tell you guys something.
Just
I've got
told
a
him, Bob,
really
$5. Thank you so much.
I've got a really interesting show today.
In
I think
8
it's
minutes.
I got it. I'm setting it up. We're about to go live. So when he ends the show, whenever it is, at the
Don't worry,
bottom
buddy.
of the live stream chat,
I'm not going long.
hold on. At the bottom of the live stream chat, thank you. You can just click to go over to my channel, because I'm going to be showing you something that should kind of concern us regarding the mob rules. When I say mob rules, like when the community, like the entire country or like everybody chooses a verdict. So it's going to be about how we are all saying like Tyler Robinson didn't do this, he's being framed. Well, I'm going to show history of big profile cases, high profile cases of that happening in different variants. OJ, Casey Anthony, Michael Jackson. Everybody had their mass opinion and something very unique happened, and there's a reason. And so I'm going to explain that. I don't want to leave on too much, but I highly encourage to watch my episode today.
I highly encourage it as well. And I will be catching up with
Not that I mean, if you want to come, you can. I'm just saying, like, this was something I really thought long and hard about. and you'd be remiss. I'd be remiss if I didn't tell you to come and see what this is, because it is very unique for sure.
I can't wait. I love the Michael Jackson research in general, so that's like a side hobby of mine. I'm looking forward to that.
Nice. Yeah, this is going to be a good episode. I'm excited for it.
I'm excited too. Did you include Kate? Wait, can I even ask? I don't want to spoil anything.
What exactly?
The one that I chimed in and told you, hey, you should throw that in. It would make it spicy. Or is that going to be for part 2?
I don't remember. Just say it. I don't remember.
Casey Anthony?
Yeah. Casey Anthony's in there. Yeah.
It's a great case.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Very interesting stuff.
I'm definitely gonna be watching now. It's not often that I get to normally Danks, he likes to pretend he's the dictator and give everybody the advice and manage everybody's accounts. But every now and then I get to give him some advice too. No, dude, you're the fucking man. I'm not saying that in a bad way. Like, you're always
I'm just trying to help.
People don't understand that Danks is like hands-on, always trying to help people. Like we all are, but like Danks puts a lot on his plate. Like he's a real one. Yo, we got Trigger Smart in the chat. I want to read this real quick because we're about to sign off. Trigger Smart. Yo, hit me up, buddy. I've been meaning to get in touch with you. I want to talk to you. It does seem typical that people not getting as much attention tend to attack others it's jealousy and it's a character issue. Choose who you support carefully as viewers.
Well said. Thank you. Well said.
Agree. Thank you for stopping
by.
That's the
whole point. That's really the whole point of all of this. I mean, I don't know what else to say. I mean, it's like all we want to do is raise awareness, because this dude is literally lying about everything.
Yo, and he trashed Trigger Smart too in that clip that I played. He threw his name in there too. And yo, like Trigger Smart's one of those guys. I don't think I've ever spoken. Not that I've been in this business so long and talked to everybody. Like, it's not like I'm not saying it like that, but I have never spoken to someone that's had a bad thing to say about Trigger Smart.
Me neither.
Not one. He's like one of the few. Like usually there's someone that like got something, or even if it comes from a place of jealousy or something, like people are always throwing shots here and there. But Trigger Smart is one of those people. It's like nobody's ever said anything bad.
Yeah, homie is dope. I'm glad that Trigger Smart. He hit me up after I had like a tough show not too long ago. He's like, "Hey man, just want to check." He literally just called to check in on me, bro. Like, "Hey man," and like gave me a little advice. It was well taken. I appreciate it, and like that means a lot, man. Like to see the community come together, and it means a lot, bro. I couldn't be more grateful for the people that rallied around me when, honestly, I was down on myself more than anything regarding the Blake show, because I didn't want to pick sides and I didn't want people to think I was doing whatever. I just wanted to search for the truth, and the real ones, they saw that. So thank you, Trigger, for that. All right, I'm gonna bounce. I'll see you guys. Come over to the show whenever you're done.
I'm about to sign off for
Thanks again. Love you all. See you in a second.
Later. And we have another member. Thank you so much, Technocratic Tyranny News. I appreciate you. ADN, would you like to say anything before we close out? You want to take the closing statements?
Well, I will say one thing, and then I'll let you end because I love yours. But make sure you guys are shopping local, research who you watch, and stay kind to people, especially if they take you off in traffic. I think we could all be better people in traffic. So that's
pay cash.
Pay cash if you can.
Now more than ever, everybody needs to use cash. But yes. I am going to go. I have to pick up one of my little ones. But thank you, everybody, for taking the time to hang out with me and listen to my rant and listen to the drama. Like I said, if you want to keep up with this, it's going to have to be members only, because I'm not like my channel is growing, thank God, and I'm not going to keep talking about this guy on that, So that it is what it is. This is the last you're going to hear from me about it, unless I'm provoked. And if that's the case, then oh boy, it's going to be fun. But like I always say, I'm hoping that doesn't happen. Positive vibes. And ADN, thank you so much for joining me. Danks, thank you for joining me. Guys, don't forget, we're going to close this out, and it's going to redirect to Danks's new video that's premiering. And definitely check it out. I'll be checking it out. But like I always say, be kind, be grateful, do something nice for somebody. Pray, and I will see you guys later. Have a great day, everybody.